Hello, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury on the ArchieLuxury channel. Guys, I want to have a little bit of a chat to you today. And I want to tell you a bit of a story. And I think some of you guys can relate to this. So I've been a little bit depressed lately. I've been a little bit down. Okay. I've been a little bit down. And I gotta tell you, it's just life events. I'm turning 52 soon. I've, had terrible situation where I lost a son. Um, and it's one of these things. And I put myself in. I catastrophize everything. Catastrophize. Everything's a disaster. Everything's shit. It's gonna be bad. I had the bus stop. I had some good staff who left. Curly, he walked out on me, stabbed me in the fucking back. He just was shit. I had mental jock, just an absolute fucking. He should have been fired months ago. I let him stay, lingered on. Fucking disaster, just a disaster. Just always trouble. I just fucking need peace. I want peace, not fucking disaster. And then, I do my taxes. I had all anxiety towards that. I got to get my figures up to date. Because you always try your best. And then, you know what happens? I'm in doom and gloom mode. And it's funny. Let me tell you this story. Yesterday, I was talking to a friend of mine. He told me he's buying a Lange double split. He's buying a Lange double split. And I said, I'd really like to buy a PAM. I would really like to buy. He's a mini dealer. This is Dave, the mini dealer. I'd like to buy a PAM. All of a sudden, the endorphins in the brain, I start turning cogs. What do I want to buy? Yeah, I'd like to buy a PAM. You got any PAMs for sale? And he said, the cheapest PAM is a chronograph. I said, I don't want a chronograph. I got 4 chronographs already. I don't want a chronograph. And you know what? The brain starts worrying. The brain actually starts fucking worrying. That's right. The brain starts to whir. And I got to tell you, he goes, oh, do you want a Panerai Radiomere? Yeah, I want a Radiomere. That's what I want. And the brain starts to churn. You know what I mean? I really fucking want to get a PAM. Ideally, I'd like a gold PAM. But you know what I'm saying, don't you? I'm start thinking to myself, fuck it, I want to buy a PAM. The endorphins in the brain, they start churning, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'd like to get. And I got to tell you something. I suddenly realized I love buying shit. It actually makes me happy to buy shit. I love buying stuff. That's what I like to do, is to buy shit. I like to be constantly buying stuff. That's what I fucking want to do. I want to buy stuff. And I got to be totally honest with you. I've been watching doom and gloomers. I've been watching the doom and gloomers lately. You know, gloomers. They're all everything's gone fucking pear shaped. It is all fuck this, fuck die. It's fucked. It's very fucked. Okay? Very fucked. Okay? It's fucked. Really fucked. And you know what? It's never as bad as it seems. I'm thinking to myself, fucking buy something, make myself feel better. That's what I got to do, man. I got to make myself feel better. And that's what I started to do. I started buying shit. I started buying stuff. I started thinking about it. And all of a sudden, I'm starting to feel better. You know? And this is the whole fucking thing. Sometimes in life, we got to buy shit. It makes us feel an up. We have been conditioned to fucking buy stuff to make us feel better. And you know what? If you buy things cheap enough, secondhand, pre-owned, it can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. You know? You know what I'm saying, don't you? This is the whole thing. You've got to remember this. This is the way it works. Maybe buying some shit is the best answer to make you feel better. Buy some shit. Get it happening. We like to buy stuff. We've been conditioned. Watches make us happy. I would like a chunky monkey. I would like a chunky fucking monkey. Fucking Pam. That's what I want. I want a Pam. I want a Pam. I want to get a Pam. I'd like to get a Pam. We got some super chats coming in. JD Montreal, $2.80. Thank God, Archie, for HELOC.
Nope.
I want to talk to you, Mr. Goldberg. This is the world's greatest dog trainer, celebrated author, and general nice fucking guy.
That's me.
Marky, really depressed lately. Let me just share it with you, okay? I haven't actually told anyone on the stream. I've been a bit depressed, you know, just personal shit. Like I'm turning 52 soon. I had the loss of my son. I had the fact that the YouTube business is not what it used to be.
There is a super chat, however.
There's a super chat. Thank you there. JD Montreal, $2.80. Thank God, Archie, for HELOCs. And we got Rich Mitch. Don't touch me, Rich Mitch. £2. I'm preparing to take a massive haircut on a watch. Ouch.
That's what happens in this hobby.
We got Rich Mitch, £2 again. Spend that Pam money on therapy and meds, mate. No. No.
I'm being told to train you not to buy a Pam.
I'm not buying it new.
Of course not.
Not stupid.
I mean, this to me sounds like an attempt to scratch an itch. And who is it that once said, scratching an itch, filling up the box, you will lose money?
But I've got only one slot left.
Yeah, I know. But why don't we wait, hold our fire, hold out for something a little better? Panerai? I mean, Panerai? Super chat.
We got a super chat. Marty Mannion, €6. This is gas. I bought a Tudor monochrome and another road bike for 5K, and yet I also want a PAM. No, I tell you what, I'm into chunky monkeys. Okay, chunky monkeys, and I think Pam is the king of chunky monkeys.
I thought you
The
were into
only other
Patek.
watch I really have a desire for would be a Breitling.
Okay,
And
now
I
we
can
have.
tell you
Now
one
we,
thing, you know,
now we
I
can
got
talk.
4 chronographs at the moment. I was
Yeah.
offered more chronographs. I said, no more chronographs. Stop.
Unless it's a Daytona, I would tend to agree.
I can't afford that. I can't. I'm not that silly. The HELOC, come on, Marky. Marky, I'm not. I may be stupid, but I may be simple, but I'm not stupid. Okay, I can't afford that. The HELOC, I gotta bail myself out of the car when the fleece comes up. You know.
How many watches do you own at this exact second?
7.
How many? Well, let me put it to you this way. What I recommend you do, if you haven't already, is lock 5 of them away.
Actually, I've only got 2 with me at the moment. I got the Breguet and I got the Rolex Submariner.
So
All the rest are in the bank.
Yeah, so you've got 5 in the bank. When was the last time you went to the bank?
Actually, I put them away last week.
Okay, so here's what you do. You live with these 2. You just rotate them back and forth every few hours, even if you need to. Or every other day.
No, I've been feeling really depressed. I've been feeling down. I've been
that's
anxious.
why I want you to eat. That's why I want you to eat.
No, but as soon as I said to my friend, hey, I want to buy another watch, you know, the endorphins in the brain, started churning.
It's very temporary. I'm telling you what to do. Let me finish here. So what you do is do not go to the bank again for 1 month. And in 1 month, you go with the 2 that you have right now. I don't care what they are, even if it's the bluesy, which you want to wear every day. In 1 month, you go to the bank with the 2 watches that you have, and you select 2 other ones, not the 2 that are there, and that's what you do every month. And you will not get tired of your watches. You won't be seeing them. They won't be boring you. They won't be harming your psychology. Just go to the bank, but only once per month, and get 2 new ones. Go shopping. Don't even know what you're going to take. Go there and paw them, sniff them. You know how you do. Anyway, that's my advice. Yeah, that's what you should do. And then, listen, if you want to buy something, okay, buy something stupidly cheap. And by that, I mean $1,000 or under.
No, I want luxury. I don't want garbage. I don't want fucking filler. I don't want that dog shit.
Find yourself a nice Tissot or a nice Mito, just some kind of Seiko diver, Anyway, I don't know. I think you have to, at some point we have to learn to enjoy what we have. Although I got to say, I'm not one to talk. I'm fresh back from the AD today, where I bought a Rolex and tried on a bunches of other Rolexes. Pretty much know what the next one's going to be. And I also tried on a bunch of Tudors. Well, here, make me large. I'm on Firefox, so I don't have my keys, but at least it works. So here we go. So that is what's new.
What the fuck?
Polar Explorer.
That's the 72-hour one?
Yeah. It's brand new. Just got it from the AD. And there's
How long ago did you get this? Fucking hell.
About 2 hours ago.
Fuck! You didn't do an unboxing? You're supposed to pull it out, get super chats.
3 hours ago.
It's the business, Mark.
Well, you just said put it up there. Anyway, so here's a couple things that are interesting and slightly different about this one versus the one with the 48-hour power reserve. These lugs, notice how slim they are? They were much boxier. They stuck out a lot further. They were more square. So they've given her a waistline. They've slimmed the lugs down, number one. The loom, I can't really show you right now. Later, if you want, I'll loom it up. But the loom is stronger than it used to be. And it's also a slightly different color. This is not the typical blue chromolite. This is a little greenish. And I think it's stronger and lasts longer due to its spelunking nature. And then the other change they made is Do you see the bevel on the edge of the
Yeah.
steel bezel? Well, that bevel didn't used to be there. You can see it glowing right underneath the 12. It's a little tiny 45-degree angle polished bevel on the bezel's bevels, and that didn't used to be there. That was just
Not
conical
to be
and
confused
flat.
with Basil's Bezels.
Correct. So those are the few little, so I think it's their small refinements. Oh, and then the dial, because I had one of these in the prior movement, the prior iteration. That bezel was lacquer, and so it would catch some shine from the light. This one is absolute flat matte, as are all the hands. So there is no shine, and they strengthened the surrounds in black, so the legibility is.
How much did you pay for that?
US, I think it's 9,300 US is current MSRP at the.
That could be an amazing one and done for 9,000.
You're 100% right. This could just be like your one.
You know what? The best thing about this is, let me just catch up on some super chats.
Go for
We
it.
got Dr. Boggs Nightmare $2. Mark, he's not listening. Zap the collar. Basil's Bezels says it may be a bad time for you to buy, but it sounds like you want the thrill of the chase. Maybe do paid watch find recaps where you can source the web for the best deals for punters on request. And we've got watch for it, $2.80. Respect us to the yeah, I got to tell you, that is a beautiful. You know what? You bringing this up now makes me love my Polar even more. I'm gonna.
You wait. I forgot.
I'm gonna have to do this. Sorry, Marky. I do apologize. I would like to apologize in advance for what I am about to do.
Here we go.
Because you know how it is.
I do.
It is what it is. You
Do
know.
what you got to do.
I got to do it because I'm just getting so fucking. I'm just getting so fucking excited doing this. There we go. There's the collection. There we go.
I forgot that
See, to me, you having that Polar, you had a Polar in the previous, so I've got the previous one.
Yeah. So I had that one, and I had the one before it, the 40.
You had the black dial. What color dial did you have? I thought you had black.
White. No, always polar. Always polar.
You must admit, at the Explorer 2, it's always nice that you can look. I love the black dial one. JD has got the black dial. Look, you know what? I don't fucking think it matters, black or white.
They're both great.
I fucking love both of them. Okay, they're both.
I think
that is such a lot of for the money.
You're 100%
Can I ask you this? Really, this is what Bear never understood. This is what Bear never fucking understood with me. Like he said to me, sell that and sell something else and put money in and get a Pepsi.
Nah.
I think that is equal, if not better, to a Pepsi.
If you have a one and done in that whole box, it's either that one or the one right above it. It's the Polar or the Bluesy. Either one of those could be a one and done. In fact, actually, if you just kept those two and sold everything else, you have your fancy watch and you have your daily beater, because you cannot harm these things.
Exactly right.
You can't hurt it. I mean, they're almost impossible to. People always worry about the steel bezel, like you're going to bang it up. So my AD, the gentleman who sells me Rolex at James and Sons, Brian, he has a one and done, and it's this in the prior version, same as the one that you have now, except for it's in the black dial. He's been wearing it steady for he told me like 8, 9, 10 years, something like that. He took it off for me today. He hasn't polished it in years, and there are little marks on the bezel, but they just look like patina, because these things don't fade or anything like that. So a little bit of wear shows that somebody lived in the watch, and it comes off as patina. But so I'm not anal about. What I don't want is gouges. Okay, I don't want chunks missing. But as far as wear marks goes, that's what they're for. So.
Look. I bought mine pre-owned. It has a few little scratches on the bezel, but you know what? I got to tell you something. I want to use the fucking thing. I bought it to use, okay? Exactly. And I got to tell you, realistically, that is Very good buying, Marky. I honestly, that retail price is that. What's the retail on a Pepsi where
Oh,
you are?
gosh, we'd have to look. I can look. I'll look for you in a minute. And it's not. It's. I think it's like 14, something like that. It's kind of low, considering
So
what
this
they
is
go
9
for.
and that's 14. I don't understand.
Well, the GMTs are always there. The GMT is more, but
No,
hang
they
on.
used to be similar to the Explorer
Let me
2s.
look. Give me a second. I'm gonna look. I'm pretty sure it's more, but hang on. I'm going on Rolex.com USA. Selecting watches. Selecting GMT. Gotta find the GMT. Where are you? Where the hell are you?
See, what I want to do is add a Pam into this box here to fill it up. I'm just going to grab a super chat.
Go for it.
Whilst we're there,
Yeah.
we got Watch For It, $2.80. Respect Us to the Polar.
10
And
7.
Darth Negus, member for 8 months. Congratulations, Mark. That's a great watch. Yeah, I totally.
Thank you, Darth. You're
Yes.
right. You're right. This is 9.6, and the GMT Master 2 is only 10.7, something like that.
Yeah. Because they were
Not much
within
more.
Kui. They're within Kui. Yeah,
That's
no.
right.
No, that doesn't mean on the secondary it's like that. But
No, not at all. We don't know what Kui means, but yes, they're within Kui, whatever. That
oh, that's in Australia. They have the bush in the jungle.
Yeah.
Kui to see if they
that
can
sounds
hear
like how
you.
we call
Kui.
pigs. Suey, suey, suey. That's how we call pigs here.
That's
Piggy,
chop
piggy.
suey. Chop suey.
No,
Chop suey.
pigs. Suey. Anyway, yeah, all good. Mike.
Mark.
Marcus.
Yeah, for pigs, when you call a pig, you go suey, suey, suey.
That's right. Not Kui. Kui sounds, slightly, vaginal. There is another super chat, Archibald.
Or dovey.
We got another super chat here. Let's have a look.
Dove's
Watch
coo.
For It, $7. Show us the Pam. I haven't even got pictures yet.
Let's shop. Let's go on. Let's. That's a good idea. Watch For It. Let's shop Panerai.
Yeah.
Come on.
I would rebuy one of the ones I had.
Now, Mike, I got to tell you, we've got to just let me tell Marky something because we love Mark. Mark, Mike's had a coda experience again, except it's not with the dog. It's with his Porsche.
Uh-oh.
Remember he came on here. This is the most amazing Porsche.
Are you rehoming? You're rehoming the Porsche?
Want.
It's listed, but I'm keeping and enjoying it.
You have commitment issues. Hey, there's a super chat we should look at, and then we'll come back and roast Mike.
No, I don't want to be roasted.
Philippe.
I really don't.
Patek Philippe, $10. Would Naomi, who kept your Christmas cards that said she wouldn't date you because you were too good for her, do you think Naomi would prefer your BMW or a fucking Prius per latest spammed article? So there was actually an article, a very interesting article in the press that said that the best date car, if you are on the apps, is an EV Porsche. That is the top date car. And
an EV Porsche.
And if you're a cougar, it's gasoline, not EV.
You got to attract that younger guy.
Yeah, so I got to tell you, I think you need swagger. You know that? I've never relied on a car. I think a good car can help, but you need swagger. Yes.
Now, speaking of cars, guys, before we go back to Mike, if you'd like to roast Mike, please contribute a super chat of $3 to $5. And if you'd like to defend Mike, please.
See, Mike, we told you not to do the car. We told you nicely.
Please contribute a super chat.
Listen, I've not given up on the car. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it.
We said to you, it's not a matching numbers. Don't do it. We said to you, don't do it. Don't do it.
Listen, I'm always going to do what I want to do, Archie.
Well,
so it's no good giving me advice. It's as good as giving you advice. Okay. Let me just say that. We give you lots of suggestions. Do you listen?
Don't attack your plaintiff, Mike.
So don't
attack
call the
Mike. Don't attack
call the kettle black.
Don't attack the pontiff while he's attacking you. But really, why is it listed? Just help us understand the reasoning. That's all.
Okay. I got the car.
Then we'll
And
attack him.
I got it running well. I did a lot of work on it, and I've gotten it into a really nice, good running, perfect to sell or enjoy state. And I've kind of decided that to finish it off is going to be a little longer term and a little more money than I really thought I was going to want to spend. And so I'm either going to keep it long term and finish it, or in the meantime, I'm going to keep a listing running in case somebody comes along. And
it's just a feeler. So it's just like a feeler.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right.
But I'm in no way like, oh, I'm done with this car. I'm selling it. Fuck no.
Now, real quick, Mike.
I have even bigger news than that.
Well, we're going to get there. We want to hear it. We're going to get there. But first, so that feeler, that little listing that you put out there.
Yeah.
Can I make the assumption it's more than what you paid for the car?
Oh, absolutely.
So now, substantially more, because, you put work and effort into it, right?
Absolutely.
Now, let me ask you a question, Mike. When that little old lady sold you her husband's car, and you promised that you would keep it and love it.
I didn't make that promise.
Wait. Oh,
here
hey, Mike, fuck the tone. Have a bit of respect to Arch. Show a bit of respect. Nice. What the fuck's going on here? Why are you taking an Arch? You guys goes through a hard time.
Show us what respect looks like, Narky.
The guy's got a Patek a hairlock and he slips down the fold-out bed. Why are you rubbishing on him?
I'm not.
Show some respect.
Listen,
apologize.
Going through a hard time.
No, apologize to him right now, Mike.
No.
He lives in a fold-out bed. Show some compassion.
Narky.
Seriously. You're flip-flopping dilly-dallier.
Okay.
Apologize to Arch.
Mike, don't defend yourself. You know he loves it when you do that.
Yeah. No, it's all good, man.
No, it's not good.
That's
By the way, I found the Panerai for you, Arch.
Here we go. See? He gave up on you, Mike. He gave up because you played along. He just gave up on you.
One sec. Let me just bring it up. Mike, seriously. Don't take it on poor Archie here.
Here's what's going to happen, guys.
Do you understand, Narc? Sometimes buying stuff can make you feel
Yes, I'm with you. This is the watch for you.
It's called
Gold.
retail therapy,
and who are you to give me advice, Mark Goldberg? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, don't take advice from anyone.
A brand new fucking Explorer.
But it wasn't with a HELOC.
Yeah, hey, share screen. This is the watch for you.
I took it out of the grandchildren's college fund.
Gold Panerai.
It's $1,200. What is that?
Yes, it's a fake. This is perfect for you.
Yeah, nice.
Wait, you don't need a real one.
Gold tone.
You drive a BMW 3 you sleep in a fold-out bed in your office.
Hi guys, just jumped on to say, Narc, I am your biggest fan. We should all bow down to you. Continue the great work.
I didn't even know he had a fan.
Thank you, HR. What about this, Arch?
Yeah.
A fake watch for a fake luxury channel.
It'll give you wrist cancer, Archie.
I can't believe Patek, HELOC loans, and fold-out beds. Do you know who sleeps in a fold-out bed, Mark?
Yes. What was the question?
I'll get it for you. I'll show you. You think I'm lying? He's lying.
Get it.
Let me show you. Here's the pillows. Here's the pillows.
Full screen.
I'd like, Archie, does she still make your breakfast for you? Do you still get eggs and bacon and toast?
I'll get the tuna. I got the tuna. You know what? Give me a blanket. I got to sleep in the cover for the car.
Is it
Mike. And Mike the Snake. This is what you're going after a guy who's reached such a low.
What? What?
It's the call.
What's going on, boys? Listen, remember that song? You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want.
It's a lovely.
But if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. Oh yeah.
T-Dubs,
Exactly.
lovely tooth. That's a lovely tooth, Kevin.
Narc,
Lovely tooth.
T-Dub has at least
Nice.
it's a cigarette holder. It's where he puts the cigarette.
And Mike the Snake, for fuck's sake, lower your camera. You do this every fucking time.
That's not my camera,
Put your
man.
camera on,
I don't
Narc.
like the
Put your camera on, Narc. Put your camera on.
Yeah, put your camera on,
I got
Narc.
a super chat.
Let's
don't like the
fucking see ya.
I gotta grab this. What drove you to see Naomi and Rose Bay over the 22-year-old were seeing at the time? She's actually got a lot of personality. She was.
It's still too much headroom, Mike. Lower it, lower it,
Naomi
lower it.
was beautiful. We got Dr. Bob's Nightmare, $2. Panerai can't even tell if it's fake.
Hello, Clyde.
And Darth
Not the other way,
Vader,
Mike.
£5. Archie, someone gifted me the 8
Oh,
months
can hear you.
membership. Not sure who did it, but whoever did, thank you.
No, look, I gotta sit there. I'm not happy with the composition of Mike's shot. Too much headroom. Lower the fucking camera, Mike.
Headroom.
You don't want a Pam, do you, Arch? Hey, listen,
That's
Rich Mitch is trying to get rid of his pole router. We've got to get rid of Rich Mitch's pole router. He's prepared
that's
to
better.
take a bath. Rich
Narc
Mitch.
Narc talking to his boyfriend.
He's universal to Geneve.
Headroom. You know, Mike has big news, and nobody has let him say it. Mike, what's your
How
big
can you
news?
sell the Porsche, Mike? You said you love it.
Congratulations on the Explorer, Mark. Yeah, nice, mate. Nice pickup.
Thank you.
No, what about Mike selling his Porsche? He said he loved his Porsche.
I do
For
love
fuck's
my
sake.
Porsche.
Why are you selling it for?
Narc, calm down. Let him talk. Go ahead.
Dude,
Go ahead, Mike.
dude, calm down.
Dude, where's my car? Dude, where's my car?
You're selling the Porsche, Mikey.
He's flipping it.
I'm listing it, but
You're selling it.
Yeah.
No. You're in
If
the act
somebody
of
wants
selling it.
if somebody
So
wants
you-
to come along and give me my price, I
Mark,
will
you believe
sell
this?
it. Yes.
So you're selling it.
Hard sell, mate. Hard sell at the moment. Hard sell.
There's a
I
lot of
know.
Porsche guys
That's
in-
why it's just I'm going to have a running listing and just wait.
What do you mean what is
Play
this?
the
No.
long game.
Are you selling
I'm
it, yes or no? Mike, yes or no? You selling it,
Dude.
yes or no?
Just say no. Just say
Just,
no.
no,
There
no,
you
I'm
go.
not.
So what are you
selling
listing it for? So what are you listing it for?
for
shits and
fun,
giggles.
to
For
spin
fun.
you out, to confuse you
That's
specifically.
Good answer.
No, I've not. You're a dilly
All
dally
right,
and a
Narc.
flip flop.
Make him an offer, Narc. Make him an offer. Make him an offer.
He's not selling it. He's
We'll
not
get it
selling
shipped
it.
to Australia.
He's not selling it.
We'll
He's
get it
not selling
shipped.
it.
We'll get it shipped.
Yeah,
He just
no,
likes advertising. No, he just likes advertising that for sale, but he's not selling it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I just like making ads for stuff.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, disinformation. It's my specialty.
Well, there's nothing wrong with testing the water. There's nothing wrong with testing the water.
No,
See what.
exactly.
Let's see if we can get a. Yeah,
Listen,
see if we can get a bite.
I got this car, and it is what I wanted. But
No, it's not. But you're selling it. You're selling it. You're selling it. You don't want it.
No, I do
You
want
bought
it, and I'm
No,
enjoying it, and I love it, and I drive
why are
it
you listing it?
regularly.
But why are you listing it?
Because it's not my forever car.
No, you said it's forever.
No, I
Many
didn't
times
say
you
it.
said
Regret
forever.
selling the watches to buy it?
What?
Yeah,
What?
Mikey, you sold your Rolexes to buy it.
So what? I'll buy more Rolexes later.
You can't keep losing money, Mike. Eventually,
You
run
sold
out
the
of
James
money.
Cameron, mate.
Listen,
You
know
sold your
what?
James Cameron for it.
Yes, I did. And I have no
Stupid chat.
regrets. I made a sacrifice to get what I wanted. I'll do it again when I want
Super
something
chat.
else.
We got a super chat. We got Patek Philippe, $5
No problem.
tonight. So when AC3 lost his virginity to a professional, he had the honor to ask her out for dinner a few days later. What does this say about AC3?
Says he was looking for a freebie. Did she take you up on it, Arch?
Somehow I can picture that happening, Arch. What? Why can I picture that happening?
Hey, no problems, Narc.
No, I think Mike's
gotta tell you
trolling us with his
something.
fucking
Face, Narc. What about
bad
yourself?
decisions.
I got to
What?
tell you something. I'm not going to be offended by people who don't even turn their camera on in life.
Exactly.
And so like I hated me.
I'm not going to be offended or put off by people who don't even have the courage to turn the camera on.
Narc is
Oh,
allowed.
that's a light blow.
You are allowed gauge icon. That's what you are until you
What?
show your face.
Mike, I think the word you're looking for is a-hole.
No,
Gauge.
I was referring to his icon.
Are you piling on me now too, Mike? Are you piling on me too?
Well,
Narky, remember when I didn't like you, Narky?
now you like him, right?
I do, because I realized.
No, I think Mike the Snake is flip flopping and trolling and paying extra taxes just to troll us.
Narc is a dog with an awful lot of bark and zero bite, and I'm a dog trainer. Take it from me.
Anything I can do to troll you guys,
but no bite.
No, you said your forever car. No, you said your forever car.
And I said,
no, I think you fucked it up and you're selling a lemon to someone else. You might as well burn it.
No, it's definitely not that. It's definitely no lemon.
Mike, you just
the lemon.
Whatever. It's all good, man.
We got a super chat. Where have you been?
I'm not selling it anyway.
MX5 NC, $8, Mikey. Go full bogan and put a big for sale sticker on the back window.
Exactly, and then just go park it.
That's the way. Yeah.
The thing is, Mikey,
you've done work. You
have done work. You've got the engine running beautifully.
No, it's got milky oil.
No, he's fixed that up.
Milky oil.
No, I heard it when he was driving it on the stream. I heard some rattling, some pinging. The turbo's gone.
Bing, bing, bing. We have another super chat.
How does Naki know if the turbo's gone or not? Can I ask you that?
How much are you asking for the car? 93 grand? You asking 93 grand?
He has a good ear.
I'm not discussing any of that shit.
Yeah, but you said the other day you actually gave us a price 93,000. Do you want me to play the clip?
Super chat.
You said $93,000, Mike. Don't
piss
me off here.
Sure, play the clip.
$2. AC3, tell Naki, sucker horns, Sukhumvit.
Shaky story.
Shake.
Or shake story.
Yes,
yeah, that was a bit of a nasty story there.
We want to hear it.
I don't look. That's a story
$2.
that
Once upon a time,
different era.
Well, there we were in Sukhumvit, Bangkok, which is a neighborhood, guys.
Look. The story. I don't want to tell it. I don't want to offend anybody. You know, it's.
I gotta go.
It was locker room.
Mike is upset. Mike has upset me here.
Locker room talk. Well, then your job is well accomplished.
I've accomplished my job then.
Right, job done.
Marky, I got to tell you, you've just got a high because you got a beautiful Explorer 2.
No, I don't. Oh, I thought you meant the Ford Explorer. I do.
No. Tell me this: how many Rolex have you got now? How many does that mean you?
I don't. I have to count. I think maybe.
You know what? You've got the solid gold. Never sell that.
Yeah.
You got the Explorer 2.
I'm wearing it.
You have got, what else have you got there? You've got.
Want to run through the list?
Yeah.
GMT Sprite, GMT Pepsi, GMT Root Beer. So that's 5. Sub Green, Sub Black. I don't know if I counted the gold.
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Mark,
Steve Weller 43.
Oh,
James Cameron. The
Jesus,
date, that little 34 millimeter date.
Yeah, that's your. Yeah.
But wait, I'm not done. There's more. The Panda Daytona.
Yeah.
what a great Rolex collection.
Oh, and then 3 OPs. 3. So that's what, 14?
At the AD, Marky, did you try on did they have the Tudor monochrome?
No, he doesn't want a Tudor. He's a Rolex man.
Actually, I have.
No, he said he was trying on some Tudors.
I was.
Did they have the monochrome?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Did they have the monochrome?
Yeah.
I
What's it
reckon
like?
you T-dubs, you need to get a Tudor Burgundy T-dubs.
I have a
They're
Tudor
not
Burgundy.
expensive. Just get one.
I have
T-dub.
one. I have the first one, the smiley face.
Yeah, but you're not selling it.
I had a bad experience with Tudor, Arch. I had a bad experience. Left a bad taste in my mouth.
What happened?
What was the experience?
I've told you before.
Tell us again.
I told you.
Tell us again.
Yeah, I remember. But it's so what? Who cares? Just Rolex.
No, I just jumped. Bad experience. Black bays are all right, but the black bay I got was the Heritage model. It was just too thick.
I have that one.
Two-tone.
Yeah, I liked it.
S&G.
You know You know what I tried on that I thought was like much better than I thought it was going to be, like much better, is the Black Bay Coke GMT. I don't really like the Diet Pepsi, the Tudor Diet Pepsi, because it's just kind of big and thick. But that Black Bay.
I read they had a lot of problems with the date wheel on those, Mark.
Yeah,
the GMTs.
They recalled a lot of those and fixed them. That was a couple years ago, but you're right, they did have. Not been any problems on this new Coke that I've heard of, and it looks so much better in person than I thought it was gonna. And also, I mean, I have a GMT root beer Rolex, but the root beer, the Tudor root beer is actually much nicer looking than I would have thought. It's rolled gold. It's like steel links with like gold rolled over it. So it's not.
That's what I had. The S&G. It's got so many microns of gold in the in the center link. It's pretty hardy. But
it looks amazing. It looks very good. But it would bother me knowing that there's like a human hair's worth of gold over that steel link. It's not plated. It's gold, which is better, but it's not solid. So skeeved me out a little. But the Coke, the steel Coke, is fantastic. And that's available not on a 5 link, unfortunately. It's available on an Oyster link or on their version, Tudor's version of the Oyster Flex. Both are nice, but I think it would be better on a 5 link. So maybe they'll eventually do that. But
I just think that those monochrome it's a bargain, no date. You know, it's on a Jubilee. But
I agree with you. Yeah, it's like
it's a bargain, no date sub.
It's $4,500, I think. So it's half the value of a no date sub, but it's every bit as nice. You know, if you like snowflake hands, that's the only thing. But I do.
I just wish that if they did, why don't they change the second in the handset? You got the snowflake hour hand. Why the snowflake seconds? You know, it just confuses I just think they should go back to lollipop or.
Yeah,
lollipop, the original Tudor subs.
I find it charming, though. I like it. I don't know why they do what they do, but it also T-dubs. It has that T-fit clasp, you know, so it has the adjust on the fly, no tools adjustment clasp. That one, and so it's very, very nice. So I liked it a lot. I also tried on a watch that I didn't think I would like at all, but I gotta admit I did, which is the FX, the Tudor FX.
Yeah.
It's fixed lugs, and it just basically like, you know, wrap around Velcro NATO.
Yeah.
And that was really a lot nicer than I thought.
Oh,
that's the French Navy one, isn't it?
What's that,
Pelagos?
Yeah, the Pelagos FX.
Oh, okay. I'm a big fan of the version 1 Pelagos.
They have that still. Yeah.
Either this, you know, the early ETA. Like you've got the early ETA smiley face version.
No, I don't. I have the blue one, which was the first.
No, your red.
Yes.
Black face, smiley face. That indicates ETA movement. When they started putting a dictionary on the fucking dial.
But hold on, you're mixing your metaphors, because you're talking about the Black Bay, but you were originally talking about the Pelagos. And
I've been talking about the Pelagos the whole time.
Well, the Pelagos does not have burgundy. Pelagos is blue.
No, I referred to your red one in the fact that the smiley face was also on the Pelagos and indicated the original ETA movement. Both models moved over to the newer movement, and then they had a dictionary on the dial.
Yeah, 4 lines of text. Yeah, so I have the blue. With the in-house movement and the 4 lines of text, which sounds like a lot of text, but honestly, you had it. It's not.
It actually looks fine, and it's. I'll probably get another one. I found that watch to be exceptional.
If you have at least a 7-inch wrist, it's almost the perfect watch.
It weighs exactly the same as the Submariner.
Yeah, maybe even a smidgen less because it's titanium. But you're right; it's light.
No, it's not. It's not that light. I mean, it's, you know, people complain, oh, it's titanium, it would be too light. I've weighed them; they're like within a gram or two of each other.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's not too. Some titanium watches are so light that they feel you almost feels like you're buying plastic. It's a substantial watch with weight. You're correct, but for its size, it's surprisingly wearable.
Yeah.
Because of the titanium, so I like it a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but the version 1, when they went to the second one, you know, I had issues with it, even though the lume's a little bit better, but you can't put a bracelet on it. It's just you have to run a you know, it has different lugs, right?
And
the
I don't
FX,
know. Mine came on a bracelet, and that's all I ever want on it anyway. So I never.
Yeah. Well, I think the new FX and the second one
They
had different
have
lugs.
Yeah. Okay. So those have fixed lugs, which means there's no spring bars, and they can only handle a NATO and a story.
Exactly. Or a slip through like Velcro.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like
I believe the two versions after version 1 are like that.
That is you're talking about the FX and that other one, which I forget.
Yeah, the new one.
Yeah, that's true. But that one that T Dubs was talking about, the monochrome, that's a stunning watch for the money. I thought it was amazing. And what the AD told me was
good bang for buck per buck. Yeah. Good bang for buck.
Tremendous.
I think
what T Dubs, what they told me at the AD was there's a lot of people who come in for a sub and then realize they're going to be waiting for that sub for a while, which they go on the list, so they're willing to wait. But then they buy that Tudor to hold them over. It's a
good substitute. What do you think of the P1 or P01?
I didn't see that today. I think it's kind of ugly. But I didn't see it today.
I like its ugliness.
It's kind of funny lug. Got a connection. The strap to the. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, it is different.
So they're about 4.5 or 5 there, Mark. The AD there,
exactly.
4.5, 5
like
US.
4,400, I think.
That's about 8 Aussie. 8.
Wow, the exchange rate sucks for you. Shit.
Yeah, we're getting caned, but I think there's a few on the secondary, but they're still around the 8s.
Yeah, here Tudor doesn't like go up the way that Rolex has, but they don't fall. Some of them do, but they'll fall a bit, and then they only fall so far. I'll tell you what I would like to get rid of is anybody wants a minty Black Bay 54, which is what are those 37?
Oh, you mean 58, don't you?
No, 54.
58.
54.
Oh, the 54.
The Black Day.
That's 37.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. I have that, and it's very, very nice, but I find it a bit small, and I'd like to shift it. So, anybody? Mark Goldberg 8@gmail.com.
Well, in reference to your Rolex collection, Mark, I mean, those are all the Rolexes that I would own myself.
Yeah, they're nice ones.
To the T. I mean, you picked every one out of the lineup that I would pick.
I have too many GMTs, but then again, they're wonderful and all different. The ones I have.
You can't have too many.
I got too many chronographs, Mark, but that doesn't stop me.
You know what? You know what's funny, guys, is the most important GMT in the current lineup, maybe ever, is the Pepsi, and I have it. I bought it on the secondary market. I got it at a reasonable price compared to what they were. And I'll be honest with you, it's my least favorite. The Sprite or the root beer, I don't know why. I just find them more interesting. That the Pepsi, it's pretty. I like it. I like the colors, but I'm not as crazy about it. I wear it the least of all the GMTs. That's the one I wear the very least. And I just don't know why. It doesn't excite me the same way the other two do. And it's the popular one.
Yeah. Sometimes stuff like that happens.
But I think
you can't always get what you want, Marky.
Well, that's what T-Dubs told me. He's a very wise man, our T-Dubs. If I was getting anything else, Rolex, the only other things I can say is I tried on a Starbucks today, and I liked it more than I thought I would.
The reason I like that song is because I've always got what I want, and now I've got to sit back and just
want something else.
Be content with what I've got.
That's the problem, T-Dub.
Be content with what I've got.
As soon as you get what you want, you don't want it, and then you got to find something else to want, and that's where Archie is right now.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's that's the thing. You get it. Your advice was good, I think, Mark. I think you should just keep a couple out, put the rest into the bank vault. Just keep a couple out for a month, and don't go back and touch them for a month, and then go back after a month, and
until you can miss them.
Think about it.
Like when I go digging for a watch, I tell Satan's Kitten I'm going watch shopping, and it just means I'm going to the safe. You know.
I mean, I don't know about a Pam. I don't know. Pam's nice, but I don't know about Pam Chrono.
No,
Pam Chrono.
I don't want another Chrono.
Yeah.
I already got. I don't need.
I like the traditional Pams. You know, the sandwich style. I think it's the radio mirror. I'm not sure. I owned one that was an 8-day hand winder, so you only had to wind once a week.
The manual wind.
I loved that watch. 44 millimeters, fit me great, and it was.
They're a big piece too.
Rancher, I see Rancher in the comments. I'm going for the mug. Stand by.
Rancher.
Going for the mug, guys.
How you been, Archie? Okay, mate. You all right, mate? You getting the?
Hey, man, it's been really good.
You said you're a bit down earlier. You said you're a bit down, but you're feeling better now.
Yeah.
You feeling better now?
Yeah.
The power of the mug compels you. The power of the mug compels you. The power of the mug.
We can't control time, Arch. Time is it's nothing. It's some things that we just got no control over.
Watch,
you know.
Watch this. Watch this.
We can't control the time, but we can control the mug.
You rub the mug, and shortly
rub the mug.
Shortly here
will be the rancher.
Yes.
We'll see if
Cardinals.
We'll see if the power of the mug compelled him. My guess is he comes on and he says something like,
So I just wouldn't make any big decisions, Archie. If I was you, I just wouldn't make any big decisions at the moment. Just sit with what Sit with what you got. Man, it's an emotional. It's all it's an emotive decision. Most of it's your emotions get triggered by things. You think, I'd like this.
You know what I mean? I really do like.
Yeah, I like to. Yeah. I'm the greatest. Yeah, done that. Buy stuff. But what is it? The buyer's remorse. You used to say. What does it fill? It's got to specifically fill a need. It's got to if you want it looking at something, you've got to look at something that you're going to use, and it's going to fill really, what you've got at the moment is a lot of guys would cut their right arm off to have something like that collection.
Sure, but
you've got the JLC, you've got the Breguet, you've got 2 gold pieces, you've got an Explorer, you've got the Bluesy. Fuck.
T-Dubs, you gave me an incredible idea. Guys, Super Chat $50,000 for Archie to cut his arm off. $50,000. PayPal, ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com.
We got the ranchers on.
Rancher.
So I think there's a gray area there too, though.
So someone just figured out that it helps to send me the link if they want me on.
Well, I did. Eventually, I remembered you were gonna. Yes, I did.
I
don't know if I mentioned this yet, but
all right, I'll stop trying to say anything because nobody can fucking let me say.
No, I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
No, it's all good.
Mike,
please. I'm sorry. I did not mean to talk over you. So please go ahead and continue.
I know you're new. You just came on, but shut up. Mike has got something to say. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I just wanted to point out that
I actually really resent you accusing me of talking over you like that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Rancher.
I'm sorry. Now that we got this out of the way, please proceed.
Okay. I think there's a gray area between buying and the rush you get from buying and buyer's remorse, where you're really sorry that you went ahead and bought that thing. There's a big fat gray area in between where you're fine with what you bought, but it's maybe not like what you intend to keep forever, or maybe you find out it's not exactly what you want, but
I'm sorry to talk over you, but there's a super chat, so I'm obliged to talk.
I'm done. I'm done.
William Gaudrian, €2. Mark, are you afraid for scratches on your watch? No, you're not. You're not afraid, are you?
No, I'm going to get out. Remember when I used metal calipers to measure a watch live on a video and scratched the watch? I made a whole video about that. Yeah. So before I knew about plastic calipers, I always saw all the dudes measuring, with their calipers. So I pulled out my calipers and then I scratched my watch live on air. But weirdly, then
I remember that video you made, Marky, about when you scratched the polished center links, and you'd got the what's that stuff, and you did a DIY polish. It worked out all right.
It did.
Oh, hey, is that Jock?
T-Dubs, what he's talking about is
No, Ranch, it's T-Dubs.
Oh, sorry.
There you
the
go.
Lazy Bogan has you under a super chat the entire time, so I can't really see who you are.
And then I was drying it off with a tea towel. So I was erasing the scratches, and then while I was drying it off, I was putting the scratches right back on. Anyway, guys, no, I'm not afraid. Scratches are the new patina, so I'm not worried.
So anyway, Mike, go ahead. So, like I said, there was a super chat. We were obliged to read.
What were you saying?
I'm done.
No, seriously, please go ahead.
By the way, Rancher,
no, I finished. I finished.
Would you ever get a 930? Are you a 930 Porsche man?
It's Porsche.
We know one for sale.
Porsche.
Well, we know one listed.
It's listed. It's listed, and if somebody wants to come along and pay my price, I'll gladly sell it. But until then, I am owning it and enjoying it, and it's not like I'm desperate to sell it or selling it for any particular reason. It's just since I've decided it's not going to be my forever car, I'm gonna, it's better start early than late.
How far into the acquisition did you decide it's not the forever car?
Fairly recently here, after I did the work that I needed to do to make it safe on the street. It had a kinked fuel line that I had to replace, 8-inch fuel line for $116 from Porsche, and I just realized, everything Porsche is like cubic dollars instead of regular dollars, and it's all original fuel injection. It doesn't have any of the electronic, like modern electronic fuel injection type nannies that will save the engine. So if I go out this and track this car, what I've come to realize is I'm really taking a big chance. If this motor goes boom, I can't ever afford to fix it. Okay, and then the car is worth nothing. And so now that I've got the car dialed and in perfect condition, I'm enjoying it.
Still worth money, Mike. The tub.
Oh, I know the tub's worth money, but I'm just saying, now that I've got it all dialed in and perfect, I'm enjoying it. I'm driving it occasionally, but it's also listed.
Okay, guys, I'm going to make a quick live stream. You mean walk away or take the last five?
You know what, Clivers?
What?
I got to tell you something.
You want me to take the laptop with me?
What's happened to the Mercedes? Can you give me a Mercedes update?
Yes.
Yes.
You got your title?
More than capable of giving you a Mercedes update.
Okay, I'd love to hear it. Let's go, Rancher.
No, you didn't ask would I, you asked can I. That asks if I'm capable of giving you an update on the Mercedes.
Can we have an update, please?
Of giving you an update on the Mercedes.
Proceed, Rancher. Proceed,
Counselor. Or you'll be found in
I'm just waiting for the guy to get back with me. He's just like anything else. He's off doing trials like halfway across the state. So, yeah. Oh, and he's wanting, I'll ask him where he's on getting the top fixed. So, yay. The hydraulics.
How much is it? How much you got to pay for the car?
I think it's just back to the original terms. So
that was what, $7,000?
Thereabouts, yeah. Mostly watches.
How much does the top cost to fix?
He's got a mechanic he says can do it for like $1,500. He also has an SL 600, if you remember right.
Because I got to tell you something.
Yes.
Those tops can be more than what you're going to pay for the car.
They can be, yes.
It can be very costly because
Yes.
you don't want to leave it because it squirts hydraulic fluid all over the place.
Right. When
It's
you
a
activate
real
it, yes.
mess. That shit doesn't go well. You know this?
No, it
That
does not.
shit is a bitch to clean up. Did you know this, Rancher?
Yes, hydraulic fluid is not fun.
And it stains the interior. I don't know if you know this.
Yes. It also can cause hair loss and horn growth.
Yes. I reckon, you know, Mike would be perfect to have the Mercedes and the Porsche. I think he'd be happy then, you know?
Yep.
I tried to tell him this.
Timmy X, Rancher's passive aggressiveness is very snaky. You know, that's kind of Jen's territory, and I think he resents your cultural appropriation.
You don't want to horn into it?
Also, eating dogs and cats. No, I'm not going to get into that. Never mind.
You want to horn into Jen's territory? Is that what you're saying?
So how's that Negroni going, Mark?
Well, my name is Mark, not Mike.
Oh, he's on the phone.
No dogs or cats were harmed in the making of this stream.
Right. Whatever happened?
You still got the MR2, Rancher? You still got the MR2?
The red one. The red one. It's got the red one.
The red one. Yes.
Nice, the red.
Yeah. I love the red one. I need to get rid of the yellow one.
Oh, you have two?
Well, yeah.
Wow. Nice. Candy yellow? What's the yellow that candy yellow?
They're both 2001s. The yellow one I called Victinier Mark II. Mark as an MARC 2.
Hey.
And the other one, the red one, is just Victinier Mark III.
Okay. Which is the eye turner, the yellow or the red when you're out and about? Which turns the head?
Yellow, I think the yellow just attracts more attention, but the red, you know, once you lay into the engine, it really, yeah.
I must say, I've never seen a yellow one down under. I've never seen a yellow one.
I'm surprised I haven't got
Didn't
shot.
Stefan have a yellow one? Remember Stefan had one?
He did, yeah, he did. Stefan had one, yes.
Was it a Mark II or a Mark III? Mark as in the car, not the dog trainer. That has not nearly as many Rolex.
I don't know, Arch. What did he have? What did Stefan have?
It was a convertible.
Yeah, convertible.
It was definitely Mark III.
You don't see many of the hard tops, do you? They all buy the convertibles. Convertibles were more popular.
Actually, the hard tops are an add-on.
Yes, they are.
Rancher lives in Oklahoma. He should be driving. Oh my God, there's just so many. There's so many. Of course, on the other hand, my main driver is just basically a white Corolla, a white Toyota Corolla, and I almost want to put a sticker on the back saying, "This is not your rental car." But if I want to commit
nothing wrong with Corolla.
On the other hand, a white, just a normal late model white Corolla, if I want to commit a crime, I think I've got the perfect car for it.
You're also in danger of having more crimes committed against you in that car than any other car, because there's so many of them out there. Everybody wants to steal their catalytic converters, and they're one of the highest stolen, like on the stolen list. You know, they're one of the highest ratio of stolen cars, because they want the airbags out of them and they want the catalytic converter out of them, because you know, because if your airbags go off on an old Toyota, it's basically totaled because of the cost of the airbag replacement.
Right.
So somebody happens to pop their airbags and they know somebody who's.
We don't tend to have that sort of problem here down under, Mikey. We don't have that sort of that what is it? It's just like a secondary market for the cat converters, and I mean,
you don't have chop shops.
No,
no, not really. We've got like if you need an aftermarket part or something. There's plenty of wreckers. We call them wreckers. You know, the wreckers. Like they might be wrecking a
chop shop.
So you can go and you can scavenge. You can scavenge stuff.
Yeah, we call that a junkyard or a salvage yard. But no, a chop shop is an illegal, like taking in stolen cars, pulling out the parts they can use and sell quickly, and then quickly getting rid of the cars or chopping them up into little pieces. That's why hence the name chop shop. We have those. We've always had those in America. I mean, they exist. That's why, like I said, the Toyota, the Toyotas and the Hondas are so more stolen than any other car.
Like at these chop shops, Mike.
What?
What's the service like?
Yeah, I don't even know of any. You got to be connected. You know, you got to be.
You got to be connected, haven't you?
Well, I mean, chop shops are 100,000% illegal. So the wrong person finds out, and you know they're in jail. So you have to be very well trusted and connected to even, you know, know where one is or know of one.
Our RE poll, I think the Mark II is the one that had the 4AGZE. In other words, the turbo. And the Mark I, they all basically had Corolla engines. I think the Mark I had just a bit of a low performing.
You know, Archie, you're not interested in a Universal Geneve pole router, are you? Rich Mitch is looking to offload his.
Well, actually, you know, Jen Tingler has one, I think. Is it steel or gold?
He didn't say. He said he paid $3 for it. It's on the original bracelet. He's prepared to take a bath. He was in the chat earlier.
The pole routers, I've never really been that. Have you been keen on that sort of stuff? Mark's not. Look at Mark. He's a Rolex man. Mark is a
Rolex man.
Rolex. Sorry, you're muted. You're muted, Mark. What happened there?
Well, you see, he likes routing poles, but he's not really into pole routers.
I like routing a pole, but you know, the pole router, it's a nice watch. I recognize its historical place, but
he didn't give much more description than what he just didn't say what the dial color was. Just said the original bracelet. But.
Rich Mix says, fine.
Yeah.
Steel. It's a steel one.
Steel. Wow.
Yeah. Rich Mix. Rubber ducky.
I wanted to ask you guys something. You guys are friendly with what's his name? You know, what's his name? Rich Buddy. Did he ever get an FP Jean?
Oh.
Who's friendly with Rich Buddy? First of all, let's start with that. Who's friendly with Rich Buddy?
He went nuts.
What happened to Rich Buddy? What happened to Rich Buddy?
No, he went off the reservation.
Okay, no, Mark I supercharged 4AG. Okay, I stand corrected. However, I used to have one of those. Get a 5-speed. I think the 5-speed by itself, even without a supercharger, will be fine. Just don't get a fucking
Chad Patel Philippe, $5. Patek latest lineup allegedly called Cibitus will be announced in 12 days. Pull up the Luxury Bazaar article on Cibitus and tell us what you think.
Cibitus.
Oh, by the way, did you guys hear that Hodinky got bought?
Yes.
Yes. Watches of Switzerland.
Yeah, I saw that.
Ben Clymer back in charge.
Yep.
Do you like Ben Clymer?
No. Well, who are you asking?
Rancher.
No.
Why is that?
Smug little millennial.
Smug little millennial.
And I don't like anybody that Rancher tells me not to like.
Well, see, I don't know. Part of me, it's just like there's some people. It's just like if I see them, it's just like I have to override the urge just to hit them in the face. You
nice.
Are such a smug little apple.
That's great.
Are you talking about?
You can see enough of this watch. The article, all it does is point to a stupid dial.
About what?
What's this?
This is the Patek that's coming out soon.
Oh, out of the closet? Like, can we say that?
Yeah, it's on the screen now. It's just a dial.
Are those diamonds around the outside of the case, or are those just cutaways?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go live stream. You want me to leave or take the laptop with me?
You know what? I think Cliver's. It just. We haven't seen enough. We haven't seen enough to make a comment.
He's not talking about the live stream, Clyde. Why don't you just put us on mute and then come right back? Do that.
Well, if I put you on mute, if I leave, why put you on mute?
Just
I won't be there. I'll be hearing.
Leave the computer where it is. Go to the bathroom.
Right.
Have your piddle, and then come back. You do not need to live stream the live stream.
Begrudgingly. All right. I'll go to the bathroom.
Editorial content.
Well, you call it editorial content, but the rest of us call it a piddle.
I'll be right back myself.
It's a pity party. It's a pity party, Clive.
A pity party? Well, that sounds great.
I got to tell you something, Rancher. It's
I'm taking a piss. I'll be back.
Okay.
He's having a piddle now. Archie, I've got a proper bathroom in the Lincoln. Have you ever had a car with a bathroom?
A Lincoln, stinking Lincoln. Wow.
Yes. What I did was I bought a portable urinal for the Lincoln, just kind of like as a joke.
I told you they wouldn't install my bum gun. They wouldn't put my bum gun in. You know that?
But this is not a bum gun. This is just a portable.
Because I got to get a valve. Do you know any idea how expensive it is to have a flow
do it
back?
yourself. I did it myself. Took me 5 minutes, and I'm not even very handy. It's very simple to do. Anyway,
I got to be honest with you. This Cebus, what do you think of this? See, there's nothing else. What else have they said about this Cebus stuff?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It's just a render.
I want to see prototypes. So is it a circle dial room? What the hell is this thing?
Hit the link.
Cubitus, Arch. Cubitus. Cubitus. The cubitus is the it looks like the diamonds as cubes. Like, what do they call them around the outside?
Baguettes.
We've seen nothing.
Baguettes. Yeah, baguettes. Baguettes.
Baguettes.
We've seen nothing. We've seen nothing. I got nothing.
Well, we see nothing. He's got nothing.
RRE pole 4HE, low horsepower, but much more fun with cars with 3 times the power.
Who's got a bird?
It's probably coming from coming from Brisbane, because
probably coming from my garden. Hang on, no, there's no birds about.
Are you sure? I think it'd be Brisbane, because there's a bunch of birds hanging around that little shack, waiting to get their beaks on those tasty forehead worms.
To eat the forehead, the carpet beetles. They eat carpet beetles.
Oh, okay, that's it.
At least Archie's not sleeping alone. Archie, is your shack? Is it air conditioned?
Yes, but it only works on 2 speeds, off or full bore.
Wow. Is the thermostats broken? Is it a window?
That's the way you want them, Arch. That's the way you want them. Off or full steam.
Do you get cold at night?
No, it's quite warm. Australia's quite warm.
By the way, you notice that toilet break didn't take like 35 minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to point that out.
You have a good stream? You're proud of yourself? Or are you're talking about Archie?
Where would they source their diamonds, the Patek? Where would they source them from?
South Africa?
Mm-hmm. De Beers? Where would they source their...
Sorry.
That or, lab grown.
I got to tell you,
lab grown.
I'm in love with the Datora as well. That's another thing I'm in love with.
What's that?
Breitling.
Oh, the Breitling. Yeah, that's not a... Yeah,
what's caught my attention? Is it worth $20,000? No.
That's Australian. It's about 13,000 US.
Okay, sorry, I misspoke. Is it worth 15? Oh, by the way, is Sod here, by the way?
It is nice. No, Sod is not here. Okay. Unfortunately, we missed the Sod. The Generalissimo.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something. Have you bought anything new, Rancher? Buying anything new, like brand new? Rolex. Marky
Well,
just
he's on a wait
unveiled.
list. He's on a wait list. Just saying.
Well, and how long? You know, I did get that Explorer 40 back in
Tell
March.
me this. I'm going to be flying to Hong Kong soon. What watches can I buy safely if they're offered to me? I got a HELOC.
Steel
HELOC.
Sports.
Will buy.
Super chat. There is a
Steel
super
Super
chat.
chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Please play a couple minutes of vid to your WhatsApp on David Connelly's response to. Yeah, he fucking gave me the. I just contacted him. He gave me the fucking wide berth. You know that? He gave me the wide this has not turned out really well, to be honest with you. It turned out shit. Look at this. We're going to bring it up.
Bring it up.
I'm going to bring it on the screen, and you can see this is. I offered him a job, and he turned me down. Look at this. Oh, how did I do that?
It could have been the next creamy tea.
Yep.
He could have, should have, would have, but I got to find it. Let me find it. Where is it?
It's almost like
Hang on, I've lost it.
super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Super chat. Keeps Archie lazy.
He did that one.
Oh, we did? You write us?
I lost it.
He's doing
Sorry.
He's doing it right now.
I found it. Okay, here we go. Sharing the screen. Here we go. Sorry for that total fuck up. Here we go. This is from the. Here we go. Have a listen to this.
I don't want to say anything in any way disrespectful to people who are not here to defend themselves. But unfortunately, the email communication went dead. I had an email that said, would you like to have a practice run or would you like to learn StreamYard? And I said, okay. And then the email trail went dead about 5 days. And I was like, guys, I could do this if you want. What if I used OBS? And I just never heard back. I don't think that there was any bad intention. I don't think there was anything unethical going on. I think, to be honest, they must have just been busy, and who can blame them? So the deal went dead, and they stopped replying to my emails, and I just figured, fair enough. I had an email this morning from Archie himself, and it's ungraceful to read the emails. Said, hey, how do you feel about coming on the show? I'll pay you $20 an hour.
What?
That strikes me as being a radical departure from the offer that I initially had. But again, I don't think there's any bad intention. I like ArchieLuxury, and I'll say in public what I've always said in private. I think ArchieLuxury is charismatic. I think he is super intelligent, far more than he lets on. And I think he's a good guy, and I think he knows a ton about watches. So I have no hard feelings for ArchieLuxury at all. I like him. He actually reminds me of a friend I had who died, who strangely looked a bit like ArchieLuxury as well. So I like ArchieLuxury, but looking at it in the cold light of day, I realized that this is just not for me because there's a whole bunch of reasons. But one of the reasons is I think I would annoy the living daylights out of everybody. I mean, geez, this watch costs £1.50. I'm wearing a $2 watch, folks. You know,
come on, you are,
and they would hate that, and they would hate me. You know, and it just wouldn't work. I think in that respect. Also,
sorry.
I think that there's a more fundamental challenge that is affecting the entire Archieverse. And if there's an intelligent part of this conversation, here is the intelligent part. I reckon that the YouTube algo has changed dramatically. And I think that YouTube is now extremely hostile towards controversial channels. There's an interesting thought experiment. If somebody like ArchieLuxury was to start again today, let's say a version of ArchieLuxury from 10 years ago appeared today and started a brand new YouTube channel, 0 subscribers, would he become as hugely popular and successful as he has? That's an interesting thought experiment, right? And I think the answer is no. Not through any fault of his own, but simply because I think YouTube is very hostile towards, let's just say,
Oh, I have to interject. Can you stop this and play it back about my bedtime?
Okay. And it's a shame. So I think that all things considered, no, I'm not going to give advice to people who have not asked for advice. It's extremely ungraceful. But I do think that there are massive challenges facing the entire Archieverse, and they go far beyond,
that friend,
that guy's an asshole, or he said this. Or...
What do you think, Rancher?
Obviously, in the comments, your dead friend would be more engaged than Archie.
We should ask him to give us a haggis recipe. It would be about as interesting.
Oh God! Just like, could you just turn it off and just play it about bedtime so I can go to sleep?
Wait, sorry. What happened, Clyde? I nodded off there.
You accidentally dropped the mug, I think.
No, it's right here.
Motherfucker.
Here, I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave it like this.
No. Nope.
Clyde got very angry at me when I did that last time, Archie. Remember, I just left here and then I disappeared.
Yeah, I remember.
I will break my bug, and thus permanently sever the contact.
He may have already walked off.
Yep.
Mark.
Phew, it's gone. Oh, that's Rancher. That's not. That's Rancher.
Hey, Mark. Mark.
He says
Mark.
He says
Mark.
Mike. Mikey. Mike, I thought you had some other big news that you were trying to tell us.
What's that?
In October last year, no J.
You had nothing?
Some of the big moves? Oh, next year?
I don't know. You said you were trying to get past the car thing because you had big news, and then you didn't.
Yeah, I can't remember. I forget what I might have been talking about. It might have been the news that my mother's doing super duper well.
Oh, that's good news.
In response to her cancer treatments.
Well, that's great.
So it might have been that. You never know.
Archibald, what are you doing?
I'm just having a look at this David's website. I don't know what the hell he does. Do you? What is his thing?
Well, let's see. How many subscribers does he got? 11,000. So yeah, he's not doing much of anything. Most people probably are listening to him in order to get a good night's sleep.
Thank you. I think, to be honest with you, Marky, you remember the golden era. We were the golden era.
Before the JV. It all went downhill after that.
I love Blue Shirt coming on. We had some good discussions. The watch area. What do you think of this Hodinkee? Hodinkee sold out to watches. What do you think of that?
I mean, I've never understood why anybody talks about Hodinkee to begin with. It's sort of an uninteresting set of blogs. The best thing about Hodinkee is their app that allows you to set the time precisely on the second. But their store was always grotesquely overpriced.
Yes.
you are a much better influencer than they ever were. So I actually never understood the appeal about Houdinki at all.
Yeah, they had famous celebrities on there, but they were also up himself.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah,
No.
I I don't understand it.
You can't be all things to all people.
Look at that, the rancher's back. The
Yeah.
power of the mug compelled you. Is that what happened?
Now, did you ever find that Breitling you lost?
I did. Yeah.
What?
It was
Because
gone.
you lost this watch. Fuck! I was actually losing sleep over this.
I felt.
So what happened was, what was it exactly? It was a Breitling.
So two things happened.
Breitling.
I'm pretty sure Satan's Kitten went on a cleaning rampage, which is very unusual. And I had things like sort of on the table, and we were having company coming, so he wanted to clear the table. And so everything on the table went somewhere else. And little did I know that among those things was this little puppy right here. And this is not the sort of thing that you want to misplace.
Oh.
And it was gone a year, as was the Breitling. But the Breitling, I knew that he put this someplace, but the Breitling, I thought the housekeeper took it. I felt so bad because I knew her a long time. I couldn't imagine it. But then she quit coming. You know, she just kind of quit housekeeping altogether. Anyway.
Did you remember to pay her?
Yeah, oh no, of course I paid her. But I felt then later when it resurfaced, I felt very bad that it even crossed my mind that she might have taken it, because of course she didn't. Satan's Kitten hid it in the closet. And then like a year and a half later, well, the passport was gone over a year, and the Breitling was gone also like a year and a half, the both of them. And it was a bitch. Here's the thing. The passport was well expired, okay? But if you renew it, you can renew an expired passport if it hasn't been expired more than 5 years. It's pretty easy to do. But if your passport is both expired and lost, they want to take like DNA out of your asshole. They want to open your veins. They want documentation that's like kind of hard to produce. So getting a passport is hard. Keeping it is easy until you lose it. Anyway, I was so happy to have this. So as soon as I got it back, I applied for the...
I'm sorry, Archie, can we listen to the David guy again?
Anyway, I have my Breitling and my passport back. Good call.
Is there any other watches that you've lost, or you've got all accounted for?
No, everything is accounted for. But
actually, I do have a slight confession to make.
Do you?
Yeah, you know my gold semi-bubble back. By the way, I'll just read that. Go ahead.
Yes, the gold bubble back. Yes.
Oh, there's a super chat.
The one you said you'd never sell. Andreas, $5 Arch. Why did you turn down a trip to Toronto, where your number 1 and number 2 supporters gave you carte blanche? Now you want to go to Hong Kong. Explain. Okay. Let me explain to you what happened there. Okay. So let's have a look at exactly what happened.
Let's hear.
What actually happened was this year, 2024, I went on a travel bonanza. I thought, you know what? I'm going to plan some trips.
It was a big bonanza.
And what one of the trips actually was of course going to New York in October. So I said, yeah. What I did was there was some discount. Well, it wasn't actually that discounted, but when I bought it, I thought, you know what, I'll do this. There was a ticket to Hong Kong, which I leave on the 10th, and I come back. I set it up for the New York show. Come back. I leave Hong Kong on the 25th. I just got my calendar. I got my calendar. Anyhow, 3 months into the new financial year, because our financial year starts in July, I realize, fuck, I've been spending money like a Trojan horse.
Clyde, can we get the Scottish guy back again?
I have been spending money
like a Trojan horse.
I'm going to tell Andreas what happened. I've been spending, and I thought, fuck!
I've actually read the Aeneid, but I'm trying to figure out how the hell the Trojan horse.
What I did was I said I'm going to stop spending, so I never bought the ticket from Hong Kong to Toronto or New York.
Now,
and
like a Trojan horse metaphor, did you let like a bunch of Greek guys inside of you?
And then I decided, you know what, I got a choice. I either go or I forfeit the ticket, because those cheapy tickets, they don't have very good cancellation clauses. Okay. Basically, you go or you lose your money. Okay. That's basically what happens. So I thought, you know what? Fuck this. I've got to go to Breguet. I have got a strap. Last time I was in Shenzhen via Hong Kong, I ordered a new strap for my Breguet Type 21. That has actually come in. So I thought, you know what? I've already promised them that I would pick up the new strap. And what I'll do is I'll spend a few days in Honkers, and I've got a very cheap arrangement.
Clyde, I've heard Mike the Snake give shorter stories than this.
I got a cheap arrangement. I can stay in Shenzhen a little bit. It's costing me $50 a day with food. $50 a day with food.
You had a free ticket to Toronto from TAN.
No, but then I gotta get accommodation. It's not that cheap. Look, I'm broke. Focus. So, and look, Tan's been such a generous guy. I don't want to take advantage of his generosity.
Good, that's nice of you.
He super chats. That's fine. You know, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not traveling. I've got a Japanese trip. My family's going, and I'm thinking maybe I'll go as well.
You're not traveling, but you're going to Hong Kong and Japan. But you're not traveling.
Well, those trips are it. Then you know what? There's no more travel for the next 3 years.
3 years?
I've got a quick question for you. Right now, who do you think your biggest enemy is? Tim Wright, TGV, or Theseus?
Theseus.
Theseus.
Yeah. Listen, Clyde, he just said he's not going to travel for 3 years.
Patek Philippe, $2. AC3, how did you know you were in love in Bangkok? I got to tell you, it was an innocent time. Okay. When I was in Bangkok,
there was juice in the air.
It was a very, very, very innocent times. Okay. You know what?
Thank you.
I would actually, one thing I would love to do, and I'm thinking of doing this, Mike the Snake. My kids are finally, my youngest son, who I gave the Tudor to, I gave him the Tudor Burgundy. He's turning 18 in December.
Okay.
So I'm finally free to do, I'm thinking of actually living a couple months in Malaysia. I've got to do it cheap, but I can't do it expensive. I can't afford to do it expensive.
You're going to get out of Dodge. You're escaping Brisbane. Now that the kids are grown.
I'd like to. I want to actually do something more constructive with my life.
Why don't you fly over to Islamabad?
Oklahoma?
No, Islamabad, and tell Hisham that he's going to come over for a weekend, and then just not leave.
Because Hisham is not in Islamabad. That's Pakistan. Hisham's in India.
No, he's in Islamabad.
He is not.
Okay.
He's not.
Saad has asked me to come to Pakistan. I might actually do that.
That's right. And Hisham is in Hyderabad, not Islamabad. He's in Hyderabad, which is India. Okay. Yes, there you go. Hisham's not home. He's at one of those 3-week-long Indian weddings with elephants and horses. True story.
I would really like to. I would really like to go and live.
Now, look, if you go to India, you'll be worshipped as a god.
And they won't eat them, which is good news.
I got to tell you, seriously, I would love to go. I want to do something different next year. I am looking at that.
So Malaysia is supposed to be cheap. Indonesia is expensive. Do I have that right?
Well, we got Erwin. Erwin's such a great guy.
Well, yeah, he's in Malaysia. He could help you get situated, I'm sure. But maybe he'd rent you a room.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind something reasonable in Malaysia.
No, but everybody likes Malaysia. The food is good. The people are warm and friendly.
Yep.
It's supposed to be. There's a lot of expats that really like it, and it's supposedly the infrastructure is really good, but the prices are still nice.
Yeah, it is a
I don't know
very
about dating. How would dating be? Because it's a Muslim country, and the Muslim ladies are pretty conservative.
yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's
But you could, you're just a quick hop over to Thailand and Bangers. Chiang Mai's underwater.
Bangers
Right?
has lost its charm, Mark. I tell you honestly.
Well, there's always Pattaya.
It's expensive. Thailand is not cheap anymore.
You can still get an apartment there for $300-400 US, I think.
Latin America. There you go.
Latin America is dicey. It's Panama. I think you'd be better off in Central America. Panama.
It's dangerous, Clive.
It is. I think he's right. Chile is supposed to be okay. A lot of people go to Colombia, but Colombia is supposed to be very dicey. Ecuador, constant state of emergency. The power goes now.
As long as you don't see them building a fire and a spit, you'll be fine.
I think Panama. I like Mexico a whole lot, and it's close, but Mexico makes
one thing that amazes
nervous.
me. I can't believe Clive has never been to New York.
Clive's never been east of Pittsburgh.
No, actually, I have been in Philly.
Oh, when did you go to Philly? My hometown.
Summer of 1989.
A long time ago.
Yep.
Were you on maneuvers? Did you see the?
I was on the way to Fort Dix.
Okay. Oh yeah, New Jersey. Yeah, that's right.
Did you ever, Clive? Did you ever want to go to New York, like for a couple of days? No, nothing.
Well, actually, I was about to ask Mark if he wanted to go to Fort Dix.
You were very close to New York. When you were in Philly, you were only 90 miles away.
That's correct.
Yeah.
What about Clive? Have you been to California? Haven't you?
No, I have not.
What?
No, but but there's a Whole Foods. That's pretty close.
You know what? Fair point.
Thank you.
If you want to feel like a woke communist, you just go to Whole Foods.
Yep.
That's for rich people. Isn't Whole Foods for rich people?
We call it whole paycheck.
Yep.
Patek Philippe, $5. Would you reboot Velvet in KL
Blue
as
Velvet
a needs fulfillment specialist?
Or would you fly over to Elgin? #Gay Velvet.
Well, he was invited, but he didn't come.
Gay Velvet.
By the way, Clyde, neither did you.
That is true. I have been a little busy with a matter which I cannot. I'm not pretty close.
Jen was convinced you were coming, and I said, how gullible are you, Jen? Seriously, come on.
Well, okay. When we're done here, I'll try to get all three of you on the. We'll set up another day. Let me look at my calendar. Well, everyone, you only call back when I'm in the fucking car.
Okay, it's our fault.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, you also
thanks for selling thanks for selling the 54 I got for you.
Yeah, I gotta sell it, Clyde. I don't like it. It's
too small.
It's too big. You want it back? I'll make you a good deal.
Tudors have tanked.
Yeah,
What's that like?
I'll lose money on it, but I'm willing to sell it at a loss to get it going.
That would make me sad. I'd look at you. I'd look at it. And I'd feel sad.
It's too small. It's too little. What do they sell for, Clyde? They sell for
if Archie sold it to me at a loss, I'd look down at it every day and laugh maniacally.
I think they sell for $4. I think that's what I paid for it. More than $4. I'll sell it for $3 just to have it go.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a nice little watch.
It is. It's very nice, but 37, not quite big enough for me. 3 guys, markgoldberg8@gmail.com.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, why don't you buy it? Was that Porsche money?
He didn't sell the Porsche yet. He could use the Coda money, though.
Yep. Coda money.
The Coda money?
just kidding. Mike?
So you think the Chinese restaurant bought them by the pound, or?
Behave yourself. All right, so Archie, if it wasn't going to be Malaysia, let's talk about relocation places. Would you go to mainland China? Because you do go from there. Well, that's you.
Yeah, they've actually got a reciprocal visa. You can get a 15-day visa on arrival.
Elgin, Illinois.
But that's only 15 days. I mean, how long
Look,
can you stay?
Go to Elgin. There's already a Patek waiting for you.
No, U.S. is expensive, Clyde. Even here,
U.S. is expensive?
Well, you're the one who keeps saying it. It is because it's bad for Clyde, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but so if you went to Elgin, you'd have a Patek prepared for you.
That's true.
The problem is, even those cheap, the Jolly Roger, the Jolly Roger Hotel.
No, I don't know the Jolly Roger Hotel.
The Jolly Roger.
I would have thought that you would have. Okay, never mind. I guess it's not what I thought it was.
We have like Motel 6, Red Roof Inn. Yeah, they're like $90 a night, U.S. I think.
See, that's still expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, no bangers. I think.
What do you expect? Do you want someone to pay to bring you over and then pay for your hotel, pay for your meals?
In Pattaya, I don't think there's any shortage of $30.
Like Tanzil, your boyfriend or what?
Seriously, Arch, Pattaya, $30 a night.
Yep.
$30.
Yeah, and then there's apartments. Listen, I have a buddy in Aussie. Okay, he moved from Sydney to Phuket, and Phuket's kind of expensive, but nonetheless, he moved to Patong and Phuket, like where they're Bangla Road and all the razzmatazz there, and he pays like $250 for his room. Fridge, tiny little kitchenette. But he's never in the room.
All you need. What does he do?
Yeah.
What is your?
Well, he was.
Mike, say something. Okay, good.
He was.
I want to make sure you weren't in a diabetic coma.
Electrical. He's an electrician. Like
no.
He worked for an electrical contractor, and he oversaw installations of electricity in like hospitals and shopping centers.
And how's he going over there? Is he having fun?
He burnt out. Okay, super high stress job because he's dealing with all the subcontractors. And he traveled all over Australia. He was never home. So he was always traveling to live at these jobs. And then he hit like 57 and he was like, fuck it. He told his boss, I'm gone. He had saved up enough money. And now he's living in Phuket training Muay Thai all the time. He's I would not fuck with this guy. He could kick the ass out of anybody. He's gay. He's got like a 25-year-old boyfriend and he's like ripped. He's in his 50s now. And he's ripped. He trains Muay Thai every day. And you would never look at this guy and think he was gay. You never in a million years. But,
so there's still hope at 57.
Yeah,
I should be. I can still find a 25-year-old gay man.
You could find a twink, Mike. Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
There's hope.
All
but I'm just saying.
Not if you sell the Porsche.
Even Phuket, and Phuket is and Phuket is expensive, but he just knows people from being there now.
Okay, I'm gonna step away again real quick.
I'm just saying,
Yankee Doodle, we got a super chat here, $2. What is better to buy? What is the better 5127? That's a Patek to buy. The 57 or 60 dot.
What does that mean?
Yankee Doodle, it doesn't matter. There's two versions of the 5127. I don't think there's really much difference. The difference is that one is slightly older. It doesn't really matter. It's more condition and doesn't have box and papers. And when was the last service? That's kind of more important.
Angelic.
One uses the 315 movement, one uses the 324 movement. Yeah, doesn't really matter, Yankee. It's more the condition and the deal. How much? I can't see much difference in price.
I'd like to answer a question by Angelic. He said he'd like to become a twink. How does he prepare? Angelic, here's what you need to do. You're a nice looking man, but here's your preparation. You need to lose about 90 pounds, shave your hair, the beard has to go, and then shave your entire body, and you're good to go. AD Never Calling says, I look less gay tonight. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guess thank you, I guess. I think the guys are saying it's the collar. It makes me look straight.
It makes you look straight.
Apparently. Well, I don't know what that means for you and Mikey because y'all don't have a collar, but here we are.
I got to tell you, Rancher, your car, Mercedes, we got the collection. Any interesting watches, Rancher? You were saying the semi-bubble back gold. What did you say about the gold semi-bubble back?
I think he's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he said he had to make another, he had to make a pit stop. I don't hate gay fat people. Angelic asks how to be a twink, and I'm telling him. Twinks are tiny, skinny, hairless people. That's what the definition is, guys.
Yep.
If you want to be fat, then there's a whole community for the bears, fat and hairy. Then you don't have to.
What's happening in the dog training world? Is the economy getting tighter? What's happening?
So my own, okay. There's the economy. There's the dog training economy, and then there's Mark's economy, which is a little different because I'm pretty established and well known.
Yes.
The dog training economy is, not great. Mine is better than that. Just because I'm pretty well known. So, in fact, this month I'll be gone for 8 days.
Did you get that gig in Florida yet? Miami?
Yeah, I'll be going.
How was that?
Well, no, I didn't do it yet. I'm leaving in about 10 days, and I'll be gone. I'll be training.
You've already spent the money on the Rolex.
Well, that's a fair. You know what? Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because that makes me feel much better. I forgot about it, but yeah, that job will pay for this Rolex and then some, a little actually, including airfare. Yeah, you're right. Good. So yeah, I'll be paying for the Rolex with dog money. That's true too. But anyway, yeah. So I have a couple little ankle biters. I don't know why they need me to go there. They could have flown these dogs up here or gone somewhere else, but they wanted me, so here we are. I'm happy to do it. But yeah, I'm flying to Florida from Chicago.
How wealthy are they?
Listen, I don't ask these questions, but the house is.
Would you ever buy a timeshare, Mark?
No, that's a money pit. Why do you want to go? No, that's bullshit. Hotels. You do not pay for a hotel when you're not in it. You pay for a hotel when you're in it. Fuck Airbnb. I like hotels. There's a front desk. There's somebody to send up more towels. There's a restaurant. I want a hotel. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yay.
I really like hotels. Clyde only goes to a hotel if they have a taxi meter.
If they have a what?
Taxi. We got a super chat. JD MTL, $2.80. Archie, the rumor is Tim Wright is your son. No, definitely not.
It's a false rumor.
I don't mind him at times, but no, he's not my son.
Mark, Archie, please come out and tell Mark the truth that you like him. Well, Archie always tells me he loves me. We know this.
Well, come out is what he said.
What? Come out? Well,
yeah.
Archie loves gay men. He's just a straight gay man. I don't know. Archie. I don't like AD never calling, other than the fact that you and I hate each other. We're very similar in almost everything we think, except for we hate each other. But other than that, we have the same taste. Airbnb is stupid. I don't want to rent a place that I have to be responsible for a big cleaning fee, and maybe they have cameras in there. Just give me a hotel, 24-hour staff, restaurant, mini bar, room service. The hotel is the perfect vacation. You know this?
What's your favorite hotel chain?
Well, I probably stay at Hilton more often, but I think Sheraton has the best bedding. Oh my God. There's that. Have you ever been to the Sheraton in Bangkok, right on Nana Plaza? There's a Sheraton right across from.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. That's it. I never stayed there, but I know what you mean.
Oh my God, that is really nice. And I stayed there after like a month in Pattaya in these like $30 hotels with like concrete bedroom floors just because the location was good, free breakfast. And then I got into that Sheraton and I was like, oh, bedding, like it was like the pillows were like clouds. It was beautiful. So a Sheraton, I love it. I really like a Sheraton, especially if you get the club floor where they have the happy hour and the snacks. That's the shit right there.
Happy hour and snacks. Snacks sound good. What snacks are your favorite?
Well, if you're a Sheraton, if you're like a Sheraton member and you've got points, then they upgrade you to the club floor. And have you ever been in like an airline club at the airport?
Yep.
Like the first class or business class club where, So they have a room that's a big room on the club floor at Sheraton that's exactly like that. So your pass key will open it, and there's free alcohol. There's happy hour, free alcohol. There's like a small buffet of salad, fruit, nuts, waffles, chips, dips, and then at dinner time they'll put out a little dinner buffet. There'll be a breakfast buffet with eggs and bacon and stuff. Yeah, a toaster, bagels. So it's very, very nice. And then you got Nana right across the street. Just walk across the street, and it's 4 floors of fun. Not for me, because it's 4 floors of ladies. A lot of ladies.
You know that closed down in Singapore? They closed that down, the 4 floors. They closed it down.
Well, it's open in Nana, and I don't think it's 3. Isn't it 3 floors in Nana?
Yeah, Nana.
3.
But with Nana, I don't know if you've been to Nana lately, but going there is like going through an airport line. They scan you for metal.
Where in Nana?
Yeah, it's very serious now.
I've never.
They've actually.
Well, when's the last time you were there?
Oh, I was there a couple of months ago with Lux's wedding.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. What are they looking for?
No, they just increased the security. They've also, I got to tell you, Nana used to be a bit of a shithole. Yeah. They've renovated it. It's like fire safety, and they've.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't say it's never. I don't think the word Nana and classy belong in the same sentence, but it's they've improved it a lot. And,
Clyde, you would love it there. You would, your eyes would pop out of your head.
I had to get rid of some of my videos because they're really clamping down on videos of Nana. I didn't want to argue. Okay, I'll just take the fucking things down. This was a couple years ago.
Yeah, Nana, get caught, because what it is the girls don't want to be on video because a lot of times their parents don't know what they're doing. Number one.
And but their parents aren't watching YouTube, are they?
Well, they are. They worry about that, and then also the guys, the customers that are there, they're all married back in Korea or Germany or whatever, and they told the wife they were on some kind of golf vacation with the guys, so they don't want to be on camera either.
Yeah. It's I got to tell you, there's better places. I got to be honest with you. Shopping in Thailand is not cheap. There's nothing. I went there.
You don't go there for shopping.
Ago, and department stores really expensive.
Yeah, they are. That's true.
The strange thing is, I'll tell you something that's funny is that in the Western, like in Australia, department stores are dying.
Here too, but they're very big.
They're very. They love malls, like they're kind of behind the times.
But their malls are like 5 stories high. They're much nicer than ours.
Well, that's because ours are old now.
Yeah, true.
They haven't really put money into it. But, America's had some huge, like Sears went broke, didn't they? They don't exist.
That's right. I would say
Kmart closed down.
75% of malls are either dead already or dying in the process. So they're almost all gone. There's a couple.
The thing I never understood was these mall owners, why didn't they drop the rent and encourage businesses to move in there? I
don't know. I'm sure they must have, because when you start looking at the tenants towards the end of a mall's lifespan, they're not national chains. They're
like sock stores, like World of Socks.
Right, like local mom and pop stuff.
Yeah, it's what about you in Oklahoma? You had the big Oklahoma mall closed, didn't it, Rancher?
Well, Penn Square Mall, but it's on the way down too. Anyway, the Apple Store and a couple other ones.
Like
Sears
is kind of
Dillard's is barely hanging on.
Sears is headquartered right here, but it's all but gone.
Yep.
Remember Sears Towers? They had such.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's not called. They sold it, by the way. It's no longer called the Sears Tower. It's called the Willis Tower.
Yeah, but you can buy naming rights. Naming rights. You can. You gotta.
Sears sold the building.
AD just because the building is Pan Am building doesn't mean it's Pan Am owns it. Pan Am doesn't own anything
Pan
now.
Am sold that building in New York 30 years ago. Again.
Yeah. Here we go. AD never calling $10. Mark, when you were straight, for the first half of your life, did you spell your name Mark or M-A-R-C? Yes, that's a good
No,
question.
I didn't. No, my mother named me Mark with a C, which, by the way, means I spent my entire life spelling it. Kind of a pain in the ass.
Marcus Antonius.
Marcus Aurelius, it would have made sense if I was, born in Roman times, but
Marcus Maximus.
Mark with a C. I spent my whole life saying that, so it's kind of a bit of a pain.
That's the big thing. Like I went when I was in New York. I went to Macy's. That's your high-end departments. Is that Macy's or
high-end-ish?
Bernhoff. What's that? Bernhoff. Marxist
Bergdorf Goodman.
Right.
I didn't think it was that great.
They're not. It's not the super, like Nordstrom is higher end, I think, than Macy's.
Yeah.
I think it's better at a farmer's co-op.
Macy's will sell watches now and again at great discounts online.
Yeah.
Now,
yes.
Archie, have you done anything about
definitely.
See, the terrible thing is the Americans, what does the middle class want now? They want bargains. Is that what they want? What does the middle class want, who used to be, they shopped at these?
Right now, the middle class is busy trying to pay for gas and groceries and insurance and condo fees, and I think it's very hard.
Things are so hard. Why is their average car payments $600 a month?
Because they've gone into tremendous
debt. Car sales are going down.
That's true. That is right. Well, we just had interest rate cuts, so that will help car loans, and people could, they're not enough. They're not cutting
car
off.
Prices are still absurdly high.
I think
what's that? So what's absurdly high?
Car prices.
Yeah, he's right.
Trucks, especially.
Trade-in values are low because used cars, the trade-in values are low, but new car prices are high. So it's a bad comment, and so are interest rates. So a lot of people getting stuck with huge $1,000 U.S. car payments. It's really amazing. People will do it.
So looking back, what do you think was the less smart financial decision? Mike the Snake getting a Porsche 930 or Tanzil doing the lifetime lease on the Oxguard? I'd say Tanzil.
Yes, you did.
I'd like to get out of it. That the problem is they had some incentives. I got 5 years depreciation in one hit.
That's an incentive?
Because tax write-off. 5 years depreciation, I could write it off my taxes. Right? So that was a great
you'll have to give that back.
If you sell it before the 5 years. You understand?
I do. That will mean a huge tax bill.
Yep.
And then also I've got the problem of it with the car itself. As soon as I sell it to the dealer, the stealer, he gives me less than I owe on the note.
Yeah, because he just gives you residual value, right?
No. This is if I sell it now. I'm upside down on the fleece. It's not a fleece. It's actually a PCP. Okay.
What's a PCP?
PCP, personal contract purchase. And what do you think?
I don't know. I buy cars. I don't rent them.
I mean, you understand what I'm saying, but
I know what you've done, and I understand.
Well, yeah, you're not sucker horn for fuck's sake.
The advantage of what you did, Arch, is you can get into a car with a low upfront investment. So you can be
just kidding.
The advantage of what I've done is I can get a car that I normally couldn't possibly afford.
Yeah, that's right. And then you can wingle your way into affording it. The problem is there are pipers to be paid.
Yep. How's your dad, by the way?
Speaking of pipers.
He just came back from America. He was in America.
Did you pick him up at the airport?
Yes, that's where I went yesterday.
Where was he in America?
Florida.
Okay. Actually, why don't you bring him on and just like a night with AC2, and we'll just.
That's a good idea.
Super chat him questions because I have so fucking many.
Yeah, no, it's just one of these things. He's retired now. He's doing his own thing.
All he's got to do is sit there and look at a camera.
Yeah. I got to be honest with you, Marky. It's not easy to expose yourself to to the world.
Don't we
You
know
know,
it?
like,
No,
do you regret it? Do you ever regret? You wish I was just anonymous, or
I only regretted it once. Only that one time, Archie.
okay?
That one time I got a little. That one time. What?
Sorry. Was it the spree killer thing?
Yeah, it might have been.
Okay. Yeah.
Only that once.
But I mean, seriously, what do you do in life? What can you do?
You know
Tell
what?
me
I mean, you get crazy things happen. I've gotten emails. I've gotten scary emails that caused me to contact the ISP of the email holder. I mean, I have had to have people talked to sternly by their ISP or their employer because sometimes they're using work. You open yourself up to some crazy people.
That's true.
Clyde, you're usually defending them, but Archie and I are dodging them.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Do you ever get
There
an
is
email that a set of emails that disturbed your Arch that made you go, oh Jesus?
Yeah. Look, you always get emails like that. That's just.
Nobody is angrier at you than a fan who feels like you didn't give them enough love and attention. If they just don't like you, if they just hate you, it's normal hatred. It never goes too far. But some fan who's writing you fan mail, that was Crappy. Crappy was like sending me gifts, sending me presents, writing me like love letters. But then if you don't give them enough love, there's no hatred like a lady who has been scorned. And,
what about a ladyboy that's been scorned? What about a ladyboy that's been horned?
They go crazy, Clyde. They just go crazy.
No, you're exactly right there. They kind of and I got to tell you, the worst thing is that you have people who become friendly with you. You think they're a friend,
yeah,
but then they just abandon you.
You
know
have
what
no
I'm
friends.
saying? You have no friends. We had some. See that's pressure from doing the show when I shouldn't have been doing the show. You see.
That was fucking classic. And from that, I was able to make a video that got, I don't even know how many views. I probably got like $500 because you guys had that fight. And that video still.
That's okay.
Still once in a while.
Yep.
We've played it on we've played it on this channel because it's so funny.
I got to tell you
Actually, someone super chat's $5. We can play it now.
I don't know, Clyde.
Yeah, we can totally play now.
Archie can play whenever he wants, but it is funny. And then there's that Clyde doing this.
I always like your positive demeanor, Mark. One thing about you, always have positive demeanor. There's not many people who always are positive like you. You got a good vibe to you. You got a great vibe.
I love my work. I'm a very lucky guy. I'm living the dream. Living the dream.
You are living the dream. You got a great. Look at that. You know what, man? Seriously, putting that on your wrist, right? Like, seriously, do you look at that and say, why couldn't I just be happy with one?
Well, I look at this and think, here's what I think. I look at this and
he thinks this is so much fucking cooler than Archie's. Archie's is a piece of shit compared to this one.
It's the same watch.
Archie is the one that's known for the Polar Explorer. And this Polar Explorer is heads and shoulders above anything that lying, deceitful, lazy bogan's ever had.
If I ever commit a crime, I hope I do it in Oklahoma so I can hire that motherfucker down there because he's fucking relentless. Here's what I think. I look at this watch and I say, gee, I wish you could just be the one and done. No, but I do look at this watch and I think, are you the hobby killer? Are you the hobby killer? Are you gonna put this fucking hobby down? Are you gonna old yeller this fucking hobby for me? Could you be the hope? Are you the great white hope? Will you take this fucking hobby out behind the shed and put a bullet in its rabid fucking sick right?
Here's the funny part.
Obsessive compulsive motherfucking head. This could be the one, guys. This could be the one.
Wait. Can I give you my assessment here?
Can I stop you?
We have to reevaluate Mike the Snake. All right, he's like.
Hey,
all right.
Sorry, I
misunderstood the purpose
of this show.
Mike the Snake. I'm Curly. Now, look. All right, he's the eye candy of the panel, right? But he can't keep on relying on his good looks and his bangs. He has to offer more. Seriously, Mike.
Hair flip. All right, guys, I gotta go. The kitten is calling me, and
Wait.
I have a.
Does kitten actually talk that way?
I have a date with that.
That's like, hey, that kid. Hey, Mark.
What? Hurry up.
Does kitten actually talk that way? What?
What way?
It's like she's putting on that voice.
Like super gay? Yeah, no, he's not putting on that voice. That is him. Calm down. Okay. He was born with a puff of glitter.
Oh, I've got a few questions here, Mark, before you go.
Hurry
up.
Is
he submissive?
Is
he a power bottom?
His nickname is Satan's Kitten. Figure it out.
Wait. No. Is he submissive?
Thank you.
Is he a power bottom?
All right.
He is a bossy little hussy.
So he's a power bottom. Oh, wait.
Hey, turn your camera on, Mark.
Now I'm stuck with the eye candy, Mark the Snake. Fuck, I had some questions that needed to be answered, Archie.
They've all jumped off. You know the rules, Narc. If you get two panelists to jump off in a row, you got to stay.
Yeah. You almost had 3.
Yeah, nearly. You were about to jump off. You don't like the Narc?
I like Narc enough. Yeah. I don't hate him.
He pushes things a bit. I think he pushes the envelope a bit.
Yeah, he comes in guns ablazing. Usually has a target, goes at him hard, and laughs at his own jokes, and then, I'm disgusted. I'm jumping off, and then he leaves, and then he'll come back later with another barrage, and it's it's not enjoyable when you're the target, especially. But I don't hate him for it, and in a sense, as a troll, he's basically doing his job. So, whatever. I live with it. I live with it to be able to be on your show, Arch.
Yeah. Any good bites on the car?
I've had one call, one person of interest, but
when you say call, they normally email these days. They don't call, do they?
Well, no. I mean, one person is planning on driving up and looking at the car. It's interested, but I think it's going to take, a while to probably sell this car. So it's better to get it listed early. And in the meantime, I've got a fixed up, perfectly running, super badass looking, registered, legal to drive on the street, like insane hot rod that just looks awesome. So it's like I win either way, it's just like I was saying, the car turned out to be a little more complicated, honestly. Even though I'm a mechanic, the fuel injection that it uses is foreign to me. I've never done mechanical fuel injection, and it's just making the engine. I'm scared of it. If it had modern electronic engine control, then it could, if it sensed oil pressure or knocking or pinging or anything, detonation, anything that would hurt the engine, it'll fail safe it, right? So you really can't hurt your motor. Whereas back in the day, they didn't have that. And that's how my car is. And so if I take it out and drive it on the track like I want to at 10/10ths and it goes boom for some reason, then I'm stuck with a highly devalued car as opposed to a completed, ready to go car with a couple of oil leaks and, isn't perfect, but for a smoking price,
But you must admit, it's pretty cool to have a 930.
Oh, absolutely. It's a great experience. And Archie, you have no idea how many cars I've owned. I tend to go through cars and motorcycles.
Do you prefer vintage or modern?
Um, uh, I dream of all the modern cars because they're beautiful, the supercars and things like that. But otherwise, I'm a total vintage guy. Like, give me a
We
69.
got Bear. Hello, Bear.
Are
Hey,
you
Bear.
paying attention to what Mike is talking? Every detail. Can you repeat, Archibald?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about, Archie?
He's selling his car. He doesn't like the fuel injection system because it doesn't have safety guards if he is in the dangerous league to save itself. So I understand what he's saying.
So Mike is selling the car?
It's being listed constantly. It's modified out as a race car, and so it's a very limited number of people that are.
I thought he bought it.
Going to
This
be
was
the right.
the car, Bear. This was it. This was the one forever. The dream. The last.
The Grail. The Grail. The Grail.
Well, no,
The
it is.
Grail.
It is a Grail car for sure, 100%.
So Mikey, are we going back to watches? Never mind the fucking car.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the car. Fuck the car.
That's what I'm saying. No, not in that aspect. I'm talking when you sell the fucking guy, the fucking car. Are we gonna buy some watches?
Oh, I'm gonna buy some watches probably before I sell the car. I'm looking at getting a watch here in the next couple months.
What are we looking to get, Mikey?
Submariner.
Probably a sub.
Oh, fuck, that's awesome.
Not 100% sure on that. If I have enough, I might get a Pepsi if I can get my hands on it. Unless I want to just like pay obscene gray market prices and get endlessly heckled for paying too much for it in the chat. I could go that
Who gives a
route.
fuck about that part? I'm not asking you
I
about
know.
that. I'm asking you what watch are you eyeing? Like maybe, just maybe, it's time to make your watch Grail happen finally.
Oh, I got a chance to finally get one on my wrist.
And
it melted onto my hand. I didn't even feel like I was wearing a watch. Now,
well, Mikey, you do know they did go down. They went down in prices quite a bit, and they're not significantly over retail. You could do that. I mean, we're not talking much more than let's say you decide you want to get a Pepsi, right? We're not talking significantly more money to actually get a washer on overseas blue dial. I think make the fucking dream come true.
You might be right. Most definitely. Maybe I stand pat and just wait until I have enough to actually get a Grail. Yeah, definitely. I'm open to that.
I got to tell you something. Did you see also, Bear, that our good friend Mikey Goldberg got an Explorer 2 Polar?
Yeah, he sent me a message. I knew that's what he's getting. A very nice pickup. You got some super chats, by the way, Archie.
Super chats. We got JT $2. Can we expect the 930 to die in a mysterious fire? No. And Rancher $2. Fake Bear $2.
Yeah. Thank you, Rancher. Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. Thank you, sir.
He's very, very, very kind. I've got to tell you something, Bear. Thank you so much for coming on yesterday.
Pleasure.
Luxie's doing a good job.
Agreed.
And unfortunately, I couldn't swing that David Connelly. I don't know what's wrong with that guy.
Oh, I seen on Rodent 100, David Connelly. I'm not really, to be honest with you, I don't know much about the guy. I know that he was at one time involved, but I wasn't at the time when he was involved. He gave us some advice there on what he thinks you should be doing.
Yes.
So I don't know if you had a chance to see that or read whatever. Did you?
No, I didn't, Bear.
All right. Well, I
What
think
did
I think the docs report sums it up perfectly. You don't need advice. You need the money.
Mm.
Am I right, Archie?
Mm.
That's a great
Fuck the
statement.
advice. Send some money, boys.
I got to tell you something, Bear. I'm thinking about, I was being a bit down a bit. You know this, Bear. And yesterday I thought, you know what? I might want to buy a Pam. I just decided to think about it.
I like the idea, but I also think you should sell something before you buy something.
Nothing's sellable, Bear.
Oh, everything is sellable. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. You're just going to have to accept that maybe you're going to lose a few bucks on one of the watches. One of the watches you sell. But you cannot tell me it's not sellable. Every single piece you have, you can sell.
Okay.
Just pick one you don't, that doesn't speak to you.
Mm.
That you don't like wearing, that you don't, like I, for example, don't think you wear much or care about the Hillbilly Tourbillon Zenith. Be honest with me.
I love that watch.
But you never wear it. You don't wear it. I know, but it's past now. It's not your cup of tea. You craving gold chunky pieces. So you got that in your Zhejelakut, you got that in your Breguet, and you're seeking now the PAM. So get rid of the fucking, at least absorb some cost of PAM before you not waste, but spend more money, which you
Yeah.
frankly don't have.
Yeah.
How was the
fair
show
point.
tonight? How was the show tonight? What was
It
the
was
topic?
good. We had Rancher on, we had Maki on, we had Naki on. It was
Nice.
fun. It was a fun show.
What was the topic? What's the topic of the show?
I want to buy another watch, although I am broke.
Okay, good.
By the way, Bear, I've got a fantastic video. What I'm doing is on the ArchieLuxury channel, I release one video a week.
Okay.
Today's topic, I will tell you what it is. Okay, I will tell you the name of. So it's going to be released tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
And the name of the video is Why Every 50-Year-Old Needs a HELOC.
Okay.
Okay,
All
hear
right.
me out, Bear.
I'm listening, Archie.
Do you have a HELOC?
No.
Okay. The reason I'm saying to get a HELOC now is we're in our 50s. You're in your 50s. I'm in my 50s, right? I'm 52 in 2 weeks' time.
That's right.
Now
the 52 birthday coming up, right?
Yes. Now, what I want to say to you is we could be retrenched at any moment.
Okay.
And on my YouTube, it could also have some substantial falls, okay?
Sure.
So whilst you've got good financial figures, apply for the loan. You don't have to use the HELOC. You get a HELOC, okay?
Right.
And then, in my own case,
But I have a humongous line of credit.
Same thing. HELOC. And what's it secured against?
Nothing.
It'd have to be secured against something.
Well, I just built it through the time. I have it. I don't know. I don't use it. I have no money on it, but I can borrow up to 175K, I think, the last I seen.
Okay. The thing is this, what I'm trying to say is when the shit hits the fan, say your job ends or whatever happens, you can't lie on your application, right?
Correct.
But you get the HELOC done. Look, you basically, if you default on your house, 3 months payments, and they'll sell the house.
Right.
If you're leasing a car, you got a car on finance, you miss 2 or 3 payments, they're sending the tow truck.
Right.
With BMW and Mercedes-Benz, they can actually turn the car off. I don't know if you know that.
No, I did not know that.
Yes, they can turn the car off so it won't start. Okay, they don't have any repo on BMWs, okay?
That's right.
Because they just turn it off, okay? And then that you want to try and get it fixed, and that's what's happened. Now, it's like the John Deere tractors, okay? Now, the thing is, if you've got money, you can survive through it. Instead of having to have a fire sale, you can bide some time. You may still have to sell it, but you can see if you've got time, you can think. Okay? So I tell you honestly, in my own case, I want to have time to see how things go. Now, I've had to make a few changes, some very drastic changes. This year was supposed to be a lot of traveling, a lot of this. Well, that didn't work out so well, so I've stopped it.
You stopped traveling, eh? So you're not going anywhere in October, right?
No, I'm going to Hong Kong, but
oh wait, you're going to Hong Kong?
Because it's non-refundable.
Wait a second. You just told me you stopped traveling.
Well, that ticket was bought because I was going to buy a cheap ticket from Hong Kong to New York.
Mm-hmm.
But I've just realized that was a disaster. I've got cheap accommodation, okay?
Well, while you're going to Hong Kong, then just jump into the jet and go to New York too. Well, what's the point?
Hong Kong.
I mean, didn't Dan offer to pay
$500 a night in New York, okay? There's no way around it, Bear.
Just fine to stay with somebody. Contact what's his name? Your nephew.
Fella.
Yeah.
He doesn't want me to stay.
Well, he did last time.
Have you heard that song? Taxi, Harry Chapin. It was
No.
raining on a Saturday. I needed one more fare to make my night. There was a lady up ahead. She got in at
Just
the
contact
light.
fella and ask him, okay? Contact fella. You have his contact number?
He doesn't want to see me. And I'm just telling you, okay? I've got to be very careful with expenditure, okay?
Are you streaming from China when you go again?
Of course I'm streaming. I'm fucking dying, Bear.
Okay.
By the way,
I'm just asking.
I ordered a strap from Breguet. I got to pick it up.
Oh, okay. What kind of strap?
One that fits.
Okay.
Shit. Okay, so
all right.
I already ordered that months ago. They've had it for a few months. I've got to get there, get that organized. I don't want to piss them off, okay?
I would like to wear that on a rubber.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool on the rubber. I don't know. It's just my thought.
It is cool. I got to tell you, Bear, seriously, I did my taxes. I know exactly what's happening, okay?
What's happening, Archie?
I got to be careful with my expenditure, okay?
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Before you buy another watch, just sell something.
No, I agree. I'm talking through my ass. I just wanted to say that it makes me feel good to buy things, but I got to be very careful, okay?
I think, to be honest with you, all across the revenues.
By the way, my wife wants a Subaru.
Subaru. Wow. Nice.
We're getting the cheapest one for her.
That's a nice car. Are you buying it? Are you leasing it? Are you financing it?
Financing, Bear. Come on. Jesus.
Okay, I'm just asking.
I said to her, as long as you work, we can get the car. But
well, she has a good job, right, Archie?
Yeah, no, she does have a good job.
So thank God that at least she's doing well.
Yes. Don't get divorced, Bear.
God, no. That would not be good for you right now, Archibald.
I've been watching quite a few channels, Fade to Grey, Age Blocked. These are people, right, who talk about once you get to a certain point, it gets very difficult to get employment.
Oh, very difficult for sure, man.
Do you think that's true?
Of course. Of course, Archie.
What age is that? 50, 45? Tell me, what do you think it is?
No, no, 40s is a golden age. These days, 40s is awesome. Once you pass the 50, you are significantly less in demand.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you are unemployable. That's not what I'm saying. However, depends on your skills, depends on your experience, depends on many factors, right? I personally think what you need to think at that time. I mean, you always have a plan, right? You have a plan B and plan C, right?
Of course. P Cars, $5. Super sticker. Thank you, P Cars.
Thank you, P-Cars. He's such a nice guy, man. Love P-Cars.
I want to say to you, the beautiful thing is there, Bear. We provide a lot of entertainment. That gives us a lot of enjoyment.
Who is we?
I, yourself, Mike the Snake.
Oh, you mean you and your team?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you got to remember, like, you can worry and the market shit like Houdinki, right? I'm not Houdinki, okay?
No, you're not.
I'm not here to sell overpriced Seikos or Casios, okay?
No.
And they always believe their own bullshit at times, okay? If you believe your own bullshit, it becomes a problem.
Sometimes.
But the thing is this. We're here to provide entertainment. We try.
By the way, do you know what Pika's sticker was?
No, what was it?
3 hippos. You, Mikey, and I. 3 hippos.
Rich
Okay?
Mitch, £2, had 7 Impressa, and they are fantastic. Only petrol ones. I'm thinking of the Crosstrek, Rich Mitch. Crosstrek. It's their sort of entry-level baby SUV. The only problem is it's got a CVT transmission, Bear. I hate CVT.
Yuri doesn't think we provide any entertainment.
He's probably right.
I mean, are we entertaining? I don't know. Mikey, what do you think? Mikey.
Mikey's left for the night. He's fallen asleep.
He followed. Yeah, okay. See, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder, are we entertaining, Archie?
Did you hear Mikey's selling his Porsche? It's not the dream one he thought it was.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's a lot of money tied into a toy.
I thought
he doesn't need that. He doesn't fucking need that car. That car is for him just a fucking headache. I support the idea of him selling that and putting that money into some type of investment. To be honest with you,
like a Rolex.
Save. No. Get one nice Rolex. Sure, you need to have a fun. The rest of the money, put in something safe, something that actually you can use when you need it.
Yes.
It's a tied up money for sure. I mean,
what do you think of timeshare, Bear?
Timeshare as an investment?
Yes.
No, I don't think that's a good investment. Not at all. But Mikey will be okay. Mikey will be okay. I don't have any worries about Mikey. He obviously has things set up okay.
Yeah.
Now you, on the other hand, that's a bit of a worry. I don't know how things are with you. Sometimes I actually really worry about you. Your mental health, your financial situation, you know.
I got the HELOC, Bear.
Yeah, I heard that 3 times tonight.
Is that wrong?
It's not wrong if it's done for the right reasons. I mean, who am I to actually tell you what's right or what's wrong? What kind of person can tell another man what to do for money?
That's
Am
a good
I right?
point. You're right.
Well, I mean, it's we always worry about money, and then we die. It's okay, man. As long as you have a roof over your head, you can pay your bills. It's okay, man. You worry too much about that shit anyway.
You're right. You need a nice Subaru. You know, the funny thing is, Bear, the price they would give me on my BMW if I traded it in, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculously low because the cars are a worst fucking thing you can buy.
You know, I could almost trade that in and pick up a Subaru, Bear.
Do you like Subarus?
I don't like the transmission. It just uses a CVT. It's like a snowmobile.
You know, this is a bit of a disadvantage for you knowing too much about the cars because it makes you overly picky when it comes to cars. And cars, as cars, are worst purchase that you can make in your life. So I'm very blessed with the fact that I couldn't fucking care less about cars. So for me, if I'm sitting in a fucking Volkswagen Jetta or Golf versus Mercedes, makes no fucking difference.
Perfectly right, Bear.
But when you become connoisseur and you become someone that really knows a lot about it,
it's not good enough.
It's never good enough. It's a similar thing we're experiencing with watches. For fuck's sake, spending $50,000 to $70,000 on a watch, that's a mental fucking disorder. You do realize there are people working their whole fucking year and 2 years and 3 years to make that money that sometimes they spend on one fucking watch. Ridiculous. The only advantage when it comes to watches, they tend to be a little better than cars when it comes to value retention. And I'm not saying they're great, but they're a little bit better. So you don't lose as much as fucking money as you do when you buy a new car.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Very fair.
But in reality, I mean, the more you get to know about something, I don't care what it is, you become a wine connoisseur. You start fucking buying bottles of wine that cost $20,000, $30,000. You become a fucking any connoisseur, any expert on any shit. You go deep. It's a fucking hole without a bottom, and it never ends. So you've been always a bit of a the car geek. You read about it. You know a lot about it. You have interest in it, and then that drives you to seek. I mean, you start talking about engine. I don't even fucking know what engine my car is going on. What engine moves the motherfucking thing? All I know is that where the gas is being filled and where do I take it to change the oil. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's a good point, Bear.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just observing. You have a super chat from Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank, $5. Buy the cheapest EV MG for 31,000 AUD drive away. Drive it for 5 years with the savings on fuel and service. The car is free with a residual. Make sense, Arch.
I want to say hi to a couple of people, Archie, if you don't mind. I want to say hi to CB, who's also asking me, will I ever upgrade to new Passat? I think, honestly, I think I'm going to go into Toyota. Next car is going to be Toyota. I am finding from people who know significantly more about cars that it's a much better choice. And I also want to say hi to Keslo. Hey, Paul! 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 Don't eat all the bread, Paul! And Paul thinks, by the way, Keslo thinks Subaru and Patek is the winning combo.
Bear, I want to thank you for coming on. I'm going to wrap this baby up.
Sure, man, sure.
I want to say,
Why, are you rushing? I don't mind staying a little
I'm not
longer.
rushing. Look. It's we've had some good guests.
If you want to run a little bit longer show, I don't have a problem with that.
We had some good guests.
Okay.
We had some.
Maybe people want the show to keep going. I don't know.
We can certainly, it's been a good show, Bear. It is what it is, Bear. It's I got to tell you, I really enjoy the shows. I love the shows. The shows make me happy.
Good.
I can't think of anything else. At 52, right? Did you know, Bear? Here's a here's something for you. I left that waste job.
Yeah.
September 14.
Okay.
That's when I left. So it's been over 10 years since I've worked for myself since that time.
That's impressive. I remember when you were still working there, and you were doing some videos even from your office.
Yeah, this was before live streaming and all that sort of stuff.
That's right. Well, live streaming is relatively new. How long you been live streaming? Maybe only like 4 years.
No. 4 years is only 2020. No, probably me and Clivers. I did it originally with Sakahorn.
No, but I'm talking money live streaming. I know you did originally with Sakahorn, but the money making live streaming, like a real live streaming.
Probably 6 years, Bear.
6 years. When before the live streaming were you making enough money to not work? Like, how were you making money before live streaming? Like, what were you making money on? The watch collection reviews?
Ads. It was the Google ads and the paid reviews, Bear.
And that was enough?
Well, it's enough, Bear, if you don't have $1,000 car payment every month.
No, I'm asking serious. I'm not doing
I'm deadly serious. If you have less costs, it was it was different then.
Has that changed a lot? Like a Google, forget the live streams. Let's ignore that for a second. Let's say you don't do any live streaming these days, and all you do is same as before, the videos and collection reviews and all that. Could you make a living?
Yes. But see, we had it was different cost structure then, Bear.
Okay.
Things were different, okay? Things were very. I'm just checking actually. 7 years ago, I did a lot of streams with Clyde. Loudmouth Tim did streams with me.
Right, I remember. Just time flies fast, man. Everything we're talking about seems like yesterday, but honest to God, it's so scary when you realize how fast the time is passing, which consequently want me to just confirm, to say, well, just enjoy your life, man. Just enjoy your life, Archie, as much as you can, as much as it allows you.
Yeah.
Don't stress too much. You had enough stress as is. And if things work out, things work out. If not, you go another direction. You're a survivor. You're always going to find a way.
Yeah, 7 years, Bear. 7 years. It's amazing. Like it's actually longer than that, Bear. 8 years. I did streams with Sakahorn 8 years ago. 10 years. 10 years ago, Bear. I was streaming.
Wow. Well, you were also pioneer in streaming. Let's be honest. When you were streaming with Jono, the concept was completely new. There was no StreamYard. I don't even know what software were you guys using. Zoom?
Yeah, that was the Google Hangouts.
Google Hangouts, yeah.
And the first show it's incredible. We got another super. No, we did the super chat. I got to tell you, Bear. Let's have a look. I'm going to show you something, Bear. Have a look at this.
Sure.
Have a look at this. I've just gone on to the Archie. So, I think the original streams were on the ArchieLuxury main show.
Yeah.
Look at this here, Bear. This was the original. Look at this. Oh, fuckers. Archie here, and welcome to the ArchieLuxury live show. Very,
Awesome,
very
man.
pleased to be here. I look younger, Bear. I got black hair. I'm still
Well, of
fat.
course you look younger. You were younger.
Very pleased to be here for ArchieLuxury's. This is our first real live show. The one I did this morning was just a test. So, fuckers.
You were such a pioneer in
Position the
everything.
camera.
Man. That's so
Position
awesome.
the camera, Archie. There we go. How's that, fuckers? So there we go. We're here, and it's live. So I just wanted to say hello to everyone here. And this is a fantastic event. Fantastic. I've just lost my audio. Just hang on 1 minute, fuckers. I lost money on one. Is ArchieLuxury 72 at G.
Were there people chatting at that
Ceramic.
time? Was it?
Brett.
Was there any chatting? No, there was no. There was no way that you can chat at that time. I remember seeing it with you and Jonah, and you could not You could comment after the show, but not during the show.
Yeah, that was 1st of March 2014. There you go. 10 years, Bear. Fuck, I didn't realize it was that long.
Neither did I, actually.
But I mean, I was only doing weekly shows then.
Right.
They were weekly.
Right.
And Jay Anthony joins the crew. How are you, Jay Anthony?
Good evening or good morning, all.
Hey, Jay Anthony. Good evening, good morning, pending where you are at the moment.
I just came back from golfing. How are you guys? How's it going?
Fantastic.
It's going well.
See, we're doing throwbacks to Archie in the old days.
Yeah, I was just having a sticky beak here. This was one of the old shows here. It's amazing. Like we're just talking about when did I start? 10 years ago. Fuck. And these were there was no super chats. This was we just sort of playing with the technology. It became more and more popular. Bear?
You were a pioneer.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's an amazing kind of thing. It's sort of it changes. It's a different sort of. I don't know what to say. Mark Goldberg, by the way, got a new Polar Explorer 2.
16570 or which one? The 42 or the 40?
New 72-hour power reserve. The 40. The new. Got it from the AD. New.
Wow.
You must be picking them out. He's spending money.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that, Bear. They can even see a telephone on my desk over there, Bear. Who the fuck has a home phone? That's long been cancelled.
Right.
Nobody has it was a different place then, Bear. The world was a different place.
Isn't it crazy? You started off on this as one of the very first, if not the first, watch channels before all this was normal, and how people don't remember where it came from.
Yeah, that's.
Many do remember, but they just choose not to remember.
That's probably true too.
Yeah. It's sort of Yeah, Bear, that's kind of the way it is. Just looking back at these old videos here. Did I have any guests on? Let me have a look here, Bear. I'll show you. Let's have a look.
Well, the only guest you would have in these ones was Jono.
I would be buying two watches.
It was all by myself, Bear. Look at that.
Right.
I just love the Breguet.
There's nothing.
Group
You love
chat.
the
Let me have a
Breguet
look here,
then, and you
fuckers.
love
This
the
is
Breguet now. You just
this
said
is an
I
interesting
love the
thing.
Breguet.
I'll just see if I can. I don't know if that comes up. Hello, you can. If anyone can you can enter the group chat with me if you like, fuckers. I don't know if you can. We'll explore that a bit later.
Chat.
Okay, let me just do a bit of a.
Man, that's fucking tough doing that yourself.
I'm just wondering one thing. Was the urinator trolling you at that time as well? Has the urinator invested over 10 years of trolling you?
I think so. Possibly, Bear. Look at this. We've got shows here. Look at the shows here. Loudmouth Tim, Gin Tinier. Look at this. This is 6 years ago, Bear. Look at that. Jono's there. There's Clive.
Cliver.
I did a few with my dad. Clivers.
Well, Cliver was your first panelist when you actually were doing the real live streams.
Yeah. No, that's Suckerhorn was there. It's amazing. This is I did an Ariel Adams interview. Remember that? That was there.
Wow.
This is 7. Look at this, Bear. This was so long ago, really. Pre-COVID, 7 years ago, Suckerhorn. It's a different time, Bear. It's a different time to now. The Clyde and John show. Look at this. Live with John Suckerhorn. Week in Focus. These were half-hour shows. We did some half-hour shows. Look at this.
The famous vacuum. That's right. Forbin. The Cliver's vacuum.
We did some with that Nige. Remember Nige from Tasmania? He did a few shows.
Hey, that's actually one of the people that participated in your show. Was a significant and important part of your show, and never took advantage of you financially. Cliver and Goldberg, they were a big part of your show. They never, ever took you for the money.
Look at this, Bear. It was so long ago. Look at this. This is stuff. This was 10 years ago. 2-hour show. Irix guy started doing some with me. Look at that. That was 10 years ago. My God. I don't know what to say, Bear. What do you think of these? See, there was quite a few shows I did with John.
Yeah, Ivor, I did not want to use the overused expression stealing the leads, but rather, how about this? Being opportunist and taking financial advantage of the show. That's something that none of these people who participated here and got themselves to make money after the fact, based on the fact they're part of Archieverse, they cannot deny that. It's obviously nothing to do with so-called stealing the leads. It's to do with establishing their persona and their presence in Archieverse, using ArchieLuxury live streams, and then financially benefiting from it. There is quite a few of them, not to mention them all, but Cliver and Goldberg had a big channel before he even participated, so I wouldn't even call him. But Cliver was the OG of the live streams, and he never took advantage of that.
Yeah. It's amazing, Bear. There's hundreds of hours of shows I've done over the years, Bear.
Marcus Mendel, if that was just Tim Wright, that would be fine, but there is more people than Tim Wright, let's be honest. What do you mean Goldberg's channel is not big? How many subscribers he has? Like 30,000. I would, well, big. For our geeky world of watches, 30,000 subscribers is a solid size channel in my book.
He didn't buy subs, Bear.
No, he's running it straightforward as is, you know. So yeah, I subscribed to Goldberg way before. I remember him running some type of shows on is it hobby or illness type of thing, and I found it actually interesting. Yeah,
Been around forever.
exactly.
How have you been there, Jay Anthony? What's new?
I'm trying to get all my ducks in order. A lot of just work's been really busy lately. Nothing terribly exciting.
Any new purchases?
I'm really holding off for our Asia trip.
I got to be honest with you. I don't think there's bargains there. I don't think you'll find bargains, Jay Anthony. The Japanese don't discount. I think the best thing you can do is if you go to Hong Kong, that's where you can get some discount, is to refer to Chrono 24 and use that as a bargaining point and say, look, this is what they're going for here. You know, I mean, Chrono is always a bit overinflated. I never really seen bargains in Hong Kong, but hey, have a look.
I'm just trying to avoid the Texas tax. So if I buy anything online in the US, even if it's from Japan, I pay tax. And so I just want to do there and just pay the import duties and not the tax part.
Yes.
That's my game. And Japan is better taking care of watches than the junk we get in the US in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. Yes. Jay Anthony's geared up. The best financial advice is don't buy a luxury car and don't have children, Bear.
Well, I followed on the one. I don't buy luxury cars.
We can fix that.
Yeah, a luxury car. Exactly, Bear. It's very strict there, I got to tell you. It's one thing. What did you think of the Hodinkee sale to Watches of Switzerland? Did you hear about that?
I did, and to me, I think I'm kind of surprised, honestly, that they're still around. And I don't mean that as a condescension towards them, but I think they were really perfect at the peak of the market. Now they're trying to find their place. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen to them long term? Do you think they're going to stick around?
Look, I think the Swiss industry is very backward. They're very slow to adapt to new technology. I mean, let's face it, television is dead in most Western world countries. It's dying. You know, in Australia, we've got mass sackings. Why are there mass sackings? And that's because it's not bringing in the ad revenue. That's the reason there's mass sackings in television. It's like newspapers, mass sackings. Well, it's because they're losing a shitload of money. They're no longer making money. And I think the internet, it's a changing environment. Hodinkee has a lot of pull. Like, I don't think that business makes money, but when they review things, the problem is they have sold out for so much money. People want a return on investment. You've got to remember that. And you can't blame Ben Clymer for selling out. He's got all the fancy. He's got his. I think he got like in the region of $30 million. Some ridiculous. I mean,
I have nothing but respect for him. Yeah, I think he played it well.
Look, I mean, who wouldn't take that money? He's set for life. The problem is the business itself. How is it going to generate that? So they have the Hodinkee site where they sell advertising.
Mm-hmm.
They they've been taken over. Watches of Switzerland can use them to plug brands they've got. Doesn't mean it's carte blanche, just sales for that stuff. I think people are very cynical of.
By the way, J. Anthony, Dirk has advice for you. If you do meet a Japanese chick, please don't talk about cars or watches.
My significant other is going to be traveling with me, so that would lead to me not returning from Japan and probably in body bags.
There you go, Dirk. You got your answer.
I do have to say, I am kind of curious how much this is going to change with the election. And I don't mean politics aside, I don't mean anything about the politics. I do kind of feel, at least in the US, some people are holding off to get past the election. And just in business and corporate America, it seems every election year, things tend to slow down for a bit. So I am kind of curious what happens to the market. I mean, whoever wins, there's going to be a lot of drama for, let's say, 3 or 4 months. January, February next year, I am curious if the market gets some of its win back. I do have a feeling. And then I'm also thinking too, because Rolex bought Bucherer. I mean, I am really curious if Hodinkee and Watch of Switzerland have a chance either way, because Rolex has the power behind Bucherer now.
Yeah, it's interesting. The thing is, the Rolex program they had there, the what's their authorized program called? That's
CPO, certified pre-owned, yeah.
Yeah, the CP certified pre-owned. That's a disaster, really. I don't see that as being a big success because they pay very little.
Yep.
And they sell really high. And I think they thought they'd have people trading in Pandas to get new, they thought, let's be honest there, people aren't going to trade in with them just because they say so. I think it's been Bear, have you seen that program, the CPO program?
Yeah, I'm aware of the program. Why?
I think it's been a disaster. It hasn't done anything well.
I haven't seen it in practice. I've seen theoretically what it is. I've seen YouTube videos about it, but I have not been in any ADs that actually participate in the program, so I can't really comment.
You have some incredible pieces, Bear, like your meteorite. How did you get that on? How did you get one of those approved? Was it just your purchase history? Were you bringing people cocktails? Like, what's the secret?
No, actually, to be honest with you, that's one of the watches I bought on a secondary market. My AD never made it happen for me. I wanted the meteorite was my one of my grails. So I traded few pieces for it, toward it, and that's how I made it happen with a very good friend, who is the gray market dealer, one of the best gray market dealers in Canada, a good friend of mine and Tanzil's, and this is how I got to have the meteorite.
How do you think he got it? A flipper, or he had a direct line to the AD?
He sourced it out from US. There is very hard to find the meteorites in Canada. The moment one shows up, they're being sold.
The problem is, Bear, in Canada, once a watch goes into Canada, you really, because the taxes are so high, you've got to sell it back into Canada. It's not something that you would want to sell. And this is so stupid because they're supposed
Well, isn't that very similar between Canada and Australia? It's just we're a very bad market for watches. That's the thing. That's why I said to J. Anthony, you actually live in a country that is the best market for watches. There is no country that compares to US.
I think China used to, but they really cracked down under Xi Jinping. Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's high taxes. There's high taxes. You don't want to. You can go next door to Hong Kong and buy it tax free, wouldn't you? But it's a disaster. Why would you want to pay for the prices in China are expensive, and I've been to the malls. A lot of them are they're finding it tough. And I mean these are expensive goods. I mean, you got to remember, who the fuck can afford this? Just like America, the average American is not wearing designer label everything. They're not driving brand new Cadillac Escalades. It's a very the perception and reality are two different things. And,
you know, what's really funny about that. I have a small organization under me, maybe about 40 people, but I have a sense of most of what the salaries are in my part of the business. And the nicest cars I see parked in the parking lot are people that are making entry level income. And it always blows my mind when I see people making income that I would be worried about what my apartment's going to cost driving a Mercedes C-Class or something to work that they just bought. It's really funny how many people are financing that lifestyle when they shouldn't be.
Well, that's a very typical thing for the Western world. Probably
are they young and single? But are they young and single? Maybe they're at a life age thing where they can sort of not have a family and things like that.
Some of the worst purchases I've seen are people in their 20s, but I've also seen people in their 30s and 40s that should know better. Like I saw.
How about 50s being around 52?
Well, my boss, who's that age and is doing very, very well, drives a Ford Bronco. So, man, I recommend the Ford Bronco.
There you go. Talking about Grail watches, actually, I'm curious, J. Anthony, do you buy into that concept? And if you do, what is your Grail watch?
I think, honestly, the older I get, the more cynical. I love watches, don't get me wrong. And you've called me out appropriately that I'm more of a car person.
Right. Same as Archie.
You know, I will own that. The thing with watches is the older I get, the more I'm like, this is kind of materialistic and silly. I like them for emotional reasons. So the Grails that I like aren't like $500,000 watches. They're watches that I connect with. So like, I have a Speedmaster because my grandfather has had one since the 60s, and it was the first nice watch I remember as a kid, right? It's that kind of stuff. The one watch that I've never had yet, though, is I would like an annual or a perpetual calendar Patek at some point. That's on my list. And I love a repeater. A minute repeater to me is the ultimate complication that makes sense to me. Like I get the tourbillon, but I'd rather have a repeater. That to me is very poetic.
Yankee Doodle, $2 last week. I received an Amazon delivery with a MB. What's an MB? Mercedes Benz. I don't know.
Oh, one of the sprinters.
I got to tell you, Bear, I think, my Grail watch, Bear.
I don't think you have a Grail watch. May I be honest with you, Archie? I think your Grail watch is whatever would be the best possible deal. You don't love watches, you love deals.
I think that the world time I got is a Grail, Bear.
No. It would, if you got it and the price was not right, you would not like it and you would not buy it. So ultimately, what makes you happiest is when you manage to get a watch that you think you stole.
I don't think
I'm
you can steal
that way.
those things.
Pardon?
I don't think you can steal that sort of watch.
No, I mean that you stole from the perspective of getting a deal that is unbeatable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what Archie does. Archie is very driven by the deal.
Oh, I'm just
of course he has a certain brands that he likes and certain quality of the watches that he expects, but in that range of things, that's how it is. And the reason I'm also saying that you, for example, propose that you would never buy a hype watch, that you always like to buy what the others don't necessarily want. And that's also driven by the idea that you can get a better deal on a secondary market. You never really bought anything brand new except one Tudor, and that was because it was set up as a great deal, and you bought it because you thought it was an amazing deal. You would never pay any watch over the retail. And that pretty much describes your philosophy when it comes to watches. But now I'm going to let you answer. What is your Grail watch?
I got to tell you, Bear, seriously, you're not gonna like this, but I honestly think that world time, after I had the robbery and all sorts of shit happened, I decided to focus on watches that are actually bigger, chunkier, okay? Because I'm not skinny, okay? And I don't think I'm ever going to be super skinny like Jay Anthony, okay, Bear?
I don't recommend eating this.
It's always a hope, but I don't think so either.
I got to tell you, what I seriously found is that I thought, you know, what the fuck do I want? After I tell you something, there's a usable Grail. My usable Grail would be this bluesy. And I sometimes I've seen.
Yeah, but Archie, we know what the meaning of the word Grail among the watch geeks means.
I think my world time is the Grail, Bear, because that is the complication I like most.
That I can understand. Yes,
I like white gold, and I'll be honest with you. If I sold this one here, I don't think I'd ever get it again. And a perpetual or something like Tan has got. You know what? I think I know my limit, Bear. Jokes aside, I kind of know my limit, and I kind of.
Well, what is your limit, really? What is your limit? Like, let's talk about the limit. What's the most expensive watch that you would feel comfortable buying? Give me in US dollars, and I'm talking limit that it fucking hurts.
Probably 30.
No, that's not true. You're lying now.
No, 30 US.
That's the limit?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay, I don't think about. Okay, I'll accept your answer. Okay, fair enough.
No, you tell me what you think.
I think you would probably push a little bit further, but yeah, you are. Even though you seem and act like a totally irresponsible, crazy guy, you actually are not. You are very conservative in certain ways.
Yeah.
It's good for a show to look like a dumbass, but in reality, you're not a guy that would totally go nuts. So yeah, you're probably telling the truth. You have another super chat from a wonderful Yankee Doodle, $5.
Yankee Doodle, $5. Arch, if you had a choice between a 5107G and a 5127G, which one would you choose and why? Okay, so the difference between the two is that the 5107 is slightly older. That was the original Calatrava 37mm with crown guards. It was replaced by the 5127G, which had a slightly rounded bezel. That's the only difference that you can see.
Same size?
It's 37mm, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you choose and why? Yankee, I got to be totally honest with you. It comes down to the price, deal, and is it a complete set?
Well, you just confirmed everything I was saying.
Price, deal, condition. That's more so important than I really want a 5107 instead of a 5127. They are so similar. It's like this. I got a BMW 3 Series. It's a G20. Do you want pre-LCI or post-LCI? Or do you want an LCI? LCI, Life Cycle Impulse. That's when they did a revision. It's basically the same car, except it was updated a little bit. Is it better? You know what? I actually prefer the I've got the pre-LCI. I like the. Now,
Yankee Doodle is not happy. Yankee Doodle is not happy. He wants you to actually answer the question.
Well, what I'm trying to say is it's more so I wouldn't use that as I want a 5107 or I want a 5127.
He says, fuck you. Imagine they're both same condition, same deal, same everything. Just pick a watch based on a fucking watch.
I'd probably go with the 5127 because it's got the bigger box. It went with the big fuck off box. The 5107 normally came with a coffin box.
Let me spice this up. You get retail price of a 5127G. Are you buying that watch or a car that there's no tax implications? It's just you have parking and maintenance is all worked out for you. Take all that BS out.
No,
what are you doing?
No,
You're buying a car to watch.
5127. I think that they are a beautiful watch. They're a automatic Calatrava with a date. It's just a quintessential Patek.
Let me just try to understand what you just said. The bigger box wins, right?
Correct. I personally, I would pick the 5127 if they're both equal condition.
Right.
I prefer the box on the 5127.
And that's why you're picking because of the bigger box. You got to be fucking kidding me.
Well, they're the same fucking watch.
They're not the same watch. You
One's
said
got
it
a smooth
yourself. They're
bezel,
not.
one's got a curved bezel. To me, that doesn't really matter.
But it is a difference, and it's not subtle. It's the difference. I mean, based on a watch, let's imagine now for a second that boxes are same too. Can you please pick the watch based on a watch?
Top tip: buy the bigger watch. That was top right there.
Look, they're the same size. They're 30. They're exactly the same case. Okay.
Right.
I don't think it really matters.
You had both of them, right?
I've owned both of them. Look,
do they wear the same way, Archie? Do they wear the same way?
They're the same fucking watch. One has a slightly curved bezel. One has a flatter bezel.
So which bezel do you like better, curved or flat?
I like both of them. I can see the
difference.
I
like flat. You know why I like flat?
It makes it feel bigger.
It makes them exactly. I'm just saying that's me. So
okay.
I would pick my favorite Calatrava from everyone, all Calatravas that you had. And you know that is 5107.
Well, if I could have one back. So I had my 5107, I sold it. And then I had a 5127, which was stolen. Now, if I had a choice, if I could have one back, I'd actually want my 5127 because that was full box and papers, whereas the 5107, it only had an extract. And also, on my 5127, I had also bought the deployant buckle. That's an optional extra gold deployant. So for me, if you said, which one do you want, Arch, I would take my 5127. And it's not because the watch is superior. It's because it had full set and it also had the optional buckle, which I bought. I bought that for $3,500. It was so hard to find that buckle. I had the buckle and I had the tag. I had both. I had a spare. I had it all. I had everything for it. I loved owning that. Unfortunately, all gone. That's it. End of story. So for me, if I had the choice, that's the reason. I'm just explaining the reason. To me, I don't see much difference between the two. It's not about it's more the deal and the condition than the actually this is better than that one. I think they're so similar, it doesn't really matter. I don't get caught up on that. Some people want version 1, a series 1, or they want a series 2. I don't think that really fucking matters myself. I'm more so the other things with it. But that's just you asked me the question, I'm answering it honestly. I can lie to you and say this one's better than that. They're the fucking same watch as far as I'm concerned.
Let's ask a different question. 6119 versus 5196. And you won't offend me. Tell me what you really think.
6119.
The current Patek Calatrava with the hobnail bezel and the clear case back with a bigger movement, or the 5196?
Oh, definitely 6119 because it's a bigger size.
I agree.
But it's fucking double the money secondhand. Is it worth double? No, it's not. It's not worth double because it's 40 mil. It's got that new movement. They got the new movement in it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, they're both beautiful. I've owned two 5196s. I had a yellow gold one and I had a white gold one. The 6119 is a much better watch.
I agree.
But is it worth double the money? No. Let me say this to you. OC has the 5396. The 5396 is the annual calendar. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Blue dial with diamonds. And to be honest with you, he's a bit of he pisses me off because he's one of these people who always has to have the latest and the greatest. You know, it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
That's a very, very common thing in the watch community.
He's always got to be upmanship. He's never he kind of pisses me off that he's so fucking superficial. But let me just show you what I'm talking
Imagine
about.
being superficial in a watch community. Come on, Arch.
Insecurity is an expensive habit.
Okay, I'll show you this. So this is what he's got. He's
Beautiful
got
watch.
Blue dial, rose gold. Beautiful.
Baguette dial.
Amazing dial. Amazing. Now, if we look at the grey dial version, have a look at this. Now, second hand, you can buy that for half the price of the blue one. Do I prefer the blue one? Yes, yes, yes. Double? Ooh, shit. I don't think so. Okay, that's the difference. That's the difference. Double? Oh, no. and that's what I'm trying to say. It is a beautiful. Value is an important part for me because I want to be able to get out of it. I want to get out. Maybe value is important.
Well, of course.
And I mean, like one thing with OC,
Is there ever time that you would ignore the value? Is there ever some type of luxury item that drives different sensibility when it comes to you? Is there ever the luxury item that you simply ignore the value retention and go for it? Well, okay, you did, BMW.
Yeah, that's one. Also, that watch box, Bear. The watch box is shocking.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
not really a great. Look at that. Is that a great box or what? What do you think? Seriously,
it's a beautiful box, but yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a crazy
purchase.
It's a crazy spending on that. It's what is that brand new? It's like over $10,000, right?
It's about 10,000 US now.
Jesus.
Craziness.
Now I bought it secondhand. I got it for about $3,500 US, which is, to me, it's a bargain. But I got to be honest with you. That's something I bought that we got another super chat here. Mr. Wee in T, $8. Can Tan Weasel please upload Archie singing Santa Baby on the Archie Classic Show on the Dungeon? Okay, there we go. There's a request. And Yankee Doodle, $5. Just watch an old video of yours, The Fool and His Breguet. What a classic.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, Bear, for me, I kind of, I think these things can be very opinions. It can be very.
Well, you're not the only. There is a very good friend of mine, or actually, let me say, good friend of ours, who basically came to realization that watches are stupidly expensive, and that he can enjoy the cheap Alibaba specials just as much. So he basically came to realization after he bought. I think he loved his left hand Sprite, and he bought replica, not replica, but another of those Alibaba brands that does a similar style watch. And then he came to conclusion that this is all fucking crazy. So how do you feel about that? How do you feel about the idea that these luxury items cost so much money when you can buy things significantly cheaper that will be probably as functional or look pretty close to it? Or like, what do you think about that?
It's actually really fascinating.
Specifically, San Martin. San Martin is the brand of choice of this friend of ours.
I got to tell you, it's very, very fascinating. Okay, it's very fascinating. The thing is, I think you've got to choose what does make you happy in your own life.
Let's Google San Martin watches. Let's see what you would pick from San Martin.
Oh, they're awful, Bear. I can't go there, Bear. I got to tell you something. The thing is,
do it for the love of our friend. That's his new favorite brand, and I just want to show some love to our friend, and I wanna see your opinion on what would Archie pick up from San Martin watches?
Sure. Let's have a look here, Bear. We will have a look.
The only problem with this watch, quite honestly, is what do you do when somebody thinks it's a Rolex, and how's that conversation go? And do you feel really awkward about it?
Actually, this friend of ours likes to point, no, that's not Rolex, that's a San Martin. It's a better brand than Rolex.
Oh, look at the beads of rice bracelet. That's cool.
Yeah, look at that, Bear.
See, J. Anthony already found something intriguing. Archie, I'm expecting you to pick one of those for yourself.
I'm not
tell
a
us
snob. I'm not a snob. I was wearing a $150 watch tonight. I'm good.
There you go, Archie. Please prove to us that you might find something here that you would like.
They even have like fake
There we go,
Seiko.
the
Wow.
Dragon, the limited edition Chinese version, Bear.
I
You
actually
like
like that. I like that.
Burgundy. Look at that.
I'm not a fan of this.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I think that's kind of cool.
It is okay. I just don't like red watches.
Mm.
I was worried about aging. I hated red, and now I like red. So maybe it'll change for you.
Maybe.
This is very Chinese. It's got the red and the gold. That's very appropriate.
I think it's ugly, to be honest with you.
I legitimately respect your taste. You have two of my favorite watches, so no hate there.
Let's see what else is there, Archie.
Yeah. Another. I got to be totally honest with you, Bear. These sort of brand here. I like this Explorer
Well,
copy.
this guy's a very successful man. He is wealthy man. He's a man who had all kind of watches. I know the
You
two
think of that,
last
Bear?
watches.
Explorer 2 kind of thing, vibe.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's got a very much a vintage that bezel there. I like it. I like the pie pan sort of reverse pie pan sort of dial there. It's okay.
Okay.
It's not bad, Bear, for the money.
If I could take a spin on this, one of the reasons I sold off all my Rolexes 10 years ago before I bought them back is I realized the Seiko Monster was better quality than the 16610 Submariner. So I don't doubt if you blindfolded somebody and put this watch in their hand and told them it was a Rolex, they wouldn't know the difference.
And I think that's the point that friend of ours is actually trying to make.
I get it. I get the difference too, but I respect why they feel that way.
No.
But it's like a Seiko dial on this one too. This is so bizarre.
Bear, I think that's the show for today there. We've had a great talk here.
You're going to end the show and not talk about the cars with J. Anthony at all? What the fuck?
That's okay. 3.5 hours, Bear.
That's okay. Let me see. Is it really 3.5 hours? Yeah, almost.
Almost. Yeah.
You're good. I just shut up to say hi.
It's been a good show. I want to thank everybody who super chatted today. Please, guys, upvote. Let's go through the list.
Before you go, the friend of ours is asking you to take a look at the Pelagos 39 Pelagos 39.
I can't see it. Which one is that? This is this one here?
I don't know. It has to look like a Pelagos 39. Oh, that looks like
Black
what the
Bay.
fuck? Yeah. Go up. Let's see. Go up. What's that there on the left?
No.
What is that? What is that? What is that?
39 diver.
I think that's that. No?
I suppose.
No.
No. Okay, guys, we want to thank everyone who super chatted. JD MTL, Rich Mitch, Marty Mannion, Dr. Bob's Nightmare, Basil's Beazles, Watch for It, Darth Nagus, Watch for It, Patel Philippe, Dr. Bob's Nightmare, Darth Nagus, Patel Philippe, MX5NC, Patel Philippe, William Gaudrian, Patel Philippe, Andreas, Patel Philippe, Yankee Doodle, JD MTL, AD Never Calling, JT, The Rancher, P Cars, Rich Mitch, Frank the Tank, Yankee Doodle, Mr. Wee and T, and Yankee Doodle. Guys, that's the show. We'll be back tomorrow. Please come again. Upvote, and we will see you. Anything else you want to say, Bear?
Hey, thank you very much for having me on. Thank you to Great Punters.
It's an honor to have you on, Bear. Thank you so much for coming.
Please, everyone, remember to upvote. If you are not in a position to super chat, at least give us a thumbs up. Support the Archieverse, and thank you to J. Anthony for jumping on. It was nice seeing Mike. I hear that Cliver and Goldberg were on. Thanks to them for helping Archie. And guys, you're awesome. I love you.
Great to see you guys. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening, everyone.
Thank you, guys. See you later. Hi, guys. It's ArchieLuxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.